Never a dull moment in Raider Nation. Let's get it. Yo, salute to everybody already here in the building. As you know, man, welcome to the latest installment of the Graphk and Wasted Show.
Or the Wasted Graphk Show, whichever way you like to slice it.
Man, we got a lot to talk about here today. Before we get there, salute to the greatest chat in YouTube history. We appreciate every single one of you guys, whether you're watching on Twitter, my channel, Wasted Channel. We don't care, man. Just make sure you guys wipe them feet, pay them bar tabs, and hit that subscribe button if you guys are not subscribed yet. We already have almost 800 people in the building. Thank you guys so much for always rocking with us. There's a reason why we waited on doing this live, you guys, and we're not going to really dive too much into that. But we wanted to wait a little bit, kind of see some things, and we're here now. Mm-hmm. And I got an interesting fun fact for you here, Wasted. What are the last two teams that Tom Telesco faced before both of his firings?
I don't know, Graphk. What were the last two teams?
The Raiders and the Chargers.
Bang to the Zoom. You know what, Graphk? It's funny, man. I was calling around, trying to figure out what's going on, and I just need somebody to do me a favor in Raider Nation. I need somebody to call Ja Rule, because I need Ja Rule to make sense of all of this. Somebody call Ja Rule, please. What the hell is going on, bro?
You know what, man? Let me say this. We've kind of talked about if you're going to keep Tom Telesco in the building, right? You give him the keys. You give him the power. You allow him to be a general manager. I'm looking at this several different ways. One, you guys know that we were on board for keeping Tom Telesco. Two, you know that we both didn't want Tom Telesco in the first place.
Yeah.
But three, if you're going to keep him around, once again, you give him the keys, you give him the power. But this is the thing. You got potentially a franchise saver coming in the building tomorrow. Well, not coming in the building, virtually coming into the building tomorrow. The hottest commodity in this coaching cycle would have been the hottest commodity last season as well if he really, truly wanted to leave Detroit and Ben Johnson. And there's a lot of rumors and rumblings about him, wanting to have say in who the general manager is, right?
Yeah,
and
that was actually the deal breaker with the Chicago Bears. He wanted Ryan Poles gone.
And rightfully so, right? Because in today's climate, we see guys, i.e. Antonio Pierce, i.e., Jerod Mayo out there getting one year deals, and they're gone. This is him saying, look, if you want a shot at me without a quarterback, the sixth spot, coming off of 4-13, this is the Raiders saying, you know what, let's play this this is now one of the, and people may not agree with me, this is really one of the most attractive jobs in the market now for a head coach, because now they could potentially bring in their guy, and there's no throwing each other under the bus. Tom Telesco, if he stuck around and it didn't work out, he could look at Ben Johnson and say, hey, I'm saving my ass. You got to go. Not saying that Tom Brady or Mark Davis would allow that, but essentially, historically, a general manager would have that kind of, leeway to say, hey, you got to go. Mm-hmm. It makes all the sense in the world, Wasted, to start from scratch here, clean up. I mean, this is
Yes, I mean, listen, I look at an organization that cleans house in this manner like finding a beautiful virgin, like clean, untouched. It reeks to me of the Raiders placating to the number one option out there, which is Ben Johnson. Now, a lot of us have said if you have a shot at Ben Johnson,
With the trip.
you do not let him out of the building. And this is the Raiders essentially doing what's right and what's not popular.
Yeah.
That's essentially what this is. The Raiders have had a problem the last few years, the last decade in change, where the court of public opinion weighs heavier on the Raiders' mind than what actually needs to be done. And to me, if this is a way that they can get a Ben Johnson in this building, then
do it.
God bless him. God bless him. Do it.
And once again, you guys, if you're going to scorch the earth, scorch the motherfucking earth. I hate to see that we have to start from scratch here at general manager, but I believe that Tom Brady and company has a plan. And they're definitely showing that there's some motion and some traction here with that plan that they put together. I mean, you move on from AP, and then back to back, you move on from Tom Telesco. There's clear signs that they have a plan. And it's not a shocker, y'all, that this happens the day before they get a chance. I don't think people realize we're the first team to get a crack at Ben Johnson. We're the first team. You know what I mean? Like New England tomorrow, which I think all signs are still pointing towards Mike Vrabel potentially going there and returning back to his old team. And then Saturday, the Bears and the Jacksonville Jaguars. And all three of these teams have what? Former first-round pick, quarterbacks. They have high draft picks. They have a lot more than what we have to offer. But the thing is, we have the Tom Brady effect. That is the clear difference in what we have in prior years of making these kind of moves and all of us scratching our heads like, what the fuck are we doing here? I think that Tom Brady truly has a plan. I think that Mark Davis is allowing him to do this. And this could be another situation where potentially Tom Telesco historically doesn't trade up. Maybe they went to him and said, what's the plan? And Tom Brady said, look, we need a quarterback. You don't want to move up? Oh, well, you got to get the fuck out of Dodge.
And that's the thing, bro. Like when you have people at the top of an organization that's this troubled that are not diametrically aligned, somebody's got to go, right? And if you're going to play a piss and match between an owner and a worker, the worker goes.
Yeah.
That's just how it goes, man. That's just how it goes. So, I think that Tom Telesco did a great job in the draft last year. And I don't ever want to I don't want to look like I don't think that this job leaves Tom Telesco worse for wear to getting employment in the National Football League.
Not at all.
I think this actually helped him be able to get another job in this league, and I think he will.
Oh, yeah. He's going to go to another organization and say Brock Bowers. They're going to say hired.
Ding, right? But JPJ, whatever. It's one of the best drafts we had in 20 years, right? The thing with Tom Telesco, though, and the Raiders is that we are in drastic, dire times. And if you have the kind of patience of and wherewithal where you could sit back and say, hey, man, we can wait on the quarterback. This isn't the draft that I want. And you got an ownership group saying, no, we need one now. What's your plan? Yeah. If your plan is digging your feet in the sand and they're not with that, then I understand it. Now, I wanted to throw this at you really quickly.
Pause.
I've heard you should have said that's what she said. I mean, if you want to be technical, right? But I want to throw this at you.
King, my dog.
Now there is a situation afoot that a lot of people might not think of. Deion Sanders went out last week and was effusive of the praise that he gave Louis Riddick. Louis Riddick is floating around out there.
Yep.
Could this possibly be the Deion Sanders package?
Let me say this. Ben Johnson is 1A, definitely. But the thing is this. If you bring in a Deion, and I love that you brought this up, because did you just see the tweet that I put out there? The diabolical twins are just nasty work. So I put this out there, okay? Because yes, Louis Riddick, that's a guy that has been a part of the Raider Nation, right? And a few years prior, we were screaming. A lot of people were kicking and screaming for him to potentially be the general manager of our Las Vegas Raiders. Deion was singing his praises. This is coming on the eve of me and Wasted being on Deion Sanders' documentary. If you guys haven't got a chance to see it, season 3, episode 5, the 14-minute mark. If you guys get an opportunity, you can hear me and Wasted going on a rant on the Deion Sanders documentary. Shameless plug, you guys. But
most shameless plug there's ever been.
Season 3, episode 5, 14-minute mark. But I put out a tweet there that says they want Ben Johnson badly, but once again, do not be shocked by another surprise guy. As Telesco kicks rocks, They may aim for a boulder. They may aim for a boulder. Take that for what it is. Boulder, Colorado. I think that is definitely a plan that can be in motion if the Ben Johnson situation does not happen. And I said this before, Wasted, and people were saying I was tripping, but this is the thing. You essentially locate your general manager, your head coach, and your quarterback in one wop. All you got to do is bring in Shiloh there in the middle round, somewhere late rounds. Yeah. And hey, you got exactly what they wanted. I'm saying this. Deion just put it out there yesterday, the day before too, on a few podcasts, that the only way he would think about going to the National Football League is bringing my sons, plural sons,
with a Z.
And what team would try to touch Shedeur Sanders if we're there at 6 with Deion Sanders as the head coach? What team would even try to touch Shedeur Sanders? I don't know what team would even think about doing that, because Deion's going to say, look, behind the scenes, oh yeah, you play around if you want. Play around if you want. He's not going to show up.
Yeah, he can. He can. Now, this is the thing you got to ask yourself, right? With Deion being a part of the organization, is there a possibility that it becomes tampering? And that's something that you got to think about. Is there a possibility, #tampering? This is what we talked about, because now you're a part of the organization. Now, what does that mean, right?
Yeah.
I just, Graphk, I'm going to be 100% honest with you, man.
Larry.
I don't like the optics. I don't like the optics of how things have kind of transpired.
Yeah.
I really wish that the Raiders could have got together and did all of this in one fell swoop, because it looks rather dumpster fire adjacent.
Well, let me fight back a little bit. Let me play devil's advocate. I did not like the way they did the AP thing, but I do believe them moving on from Tom Telesco today essentially says there's a plan in motion, that there's a plan of attack, that they have an idea of where they want to go. Now, let me mind you, if there's not a Deion or a Ben Johnson in the building very soon, then this thing can go south very, very quick. But one thing, Jacksonville, right? They kept Trent Balk. I don't know how they kept him and they moved on from
Trent Balky is like the guy from Monty Python's Holy
Grail. He won't die.
Merely a flesh wound.
He must have something on Shad, Shad and them out there in Jacksonville. But that job right there becomes less attractive, less sexy, because they kept Trent Balk in the building, right? New England, we already know where they are in terms of things. And I think that Mike Vrabel still eventually moves up there. I know that a lot of people are saying Mike Vrabel with the Raiders, and he is another guy that probably would want some say in terms of who the general manager is as well. But Pete Carroll also is another guy that if he's going to come back out of retirement, he may want some type of, assurance of who's my general manager when I pull up, so on and so forth. But I'll say this. I think they're going all in on Ben Johnson, man.
I do too. I do too. I have to give you another caveat, and I'm going to tell you why. Right? Pete Carroll, as accomplished and as great as he's been in his career, just and I hate to say his age, but the age is a factor, right? He doesn't hold that kind of weight anymore. Pete Carroll 10 years ago would have held this kind of weight. Mm-hmm. Kevin O'Connell, Ben Johnson, guys like that. These are the people in this league that hold that kind of weight.
Yeah.
Now, there were rumors about making a trade for Cal. I don't see that being the case. This is a Ben Johnson special. We don't have any inside information at this point. People have been putting feelers out. We're trying to figure out what's going on. But I'm going to be honest with you. This is Ben Johnson like your life depended on it.
You know what, Wasted? And salute to Midnight. There may be one guy in the building, and maybe we have to look at this timeline here. And salute to Chris gifting 5 Wasted Talent memberships. We appreciate you, brother. Get Off My Lawn gang is growing daily because of you guys. We appreciate you guys so much. If you want to become members, hit the links to pinned up top. There's a guy that's still in the building that I think Ben Johnson got his start with, Joe Philbin.
Yeah, Miami.
He's in a building right now. He's still our offensive line coach until he's not. Maybe that can be a guy that Tom Brady brings into the interviewing process as well. Like, hey, remember, it started here. It could finish here as well. That's another guy that could potentially bring in.
They gonna wheel in Murphy from RoboCop.
I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying that they can use Joe Philbin as a bargaining chip as well. Like, hey, you started with him down there in Miami.
That is a terrible bargaining chip, Graphk. You are reaching like Mr. Fantastic right now. Joe Philbin. Joe High Stakes Philbin, get the F up out of here with that crap.
Goat. Salute the Black Tails real quick. Salute my bros, Wasted. Mark, listen to you and let his nuts hang.
And I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm glad. Listen, go full out. Just go full out. Listen, I wouldn't be surprised if tomorrow Mark is on stage with a projector and everything.
I
love
it. Read this real quick, because I know Big Daddy Kane's your man.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. In the words of the great Big Daddy Kane.
Matt King. Yes, man. I put something out there as well. It was so hilarious. People were saying, "Oh, you're reaching, Graphk, you're reaching." I said the Brady effect. I put a video out there that said the only reason that Ben Johnson even coming in to take this interview is out of respect for Tom Brady. And then Diana Rossini posts a tweet that today as well of the only reason that I'm like, you guys, it's just so funny, man. Like, we say this is this and then it's that. It's like, look, man, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to understand what is going on here. If Brady is not in the building, you think a Tom Telesco is going to bring in a Ben Johnson? There's no way in hell. There's no way in hell.
No.
There's
no way he even answers the phone.
Salute to the 2,400 people here in the building. We appreciate you guys. Wipe them feet, man. Pay your bar tabs. Hit that subscribe button on both channels if you guys are not subscribed yet. We're going to have a long, illustrious show today, you guys, so stay tuned. We're going to talk our shit, have some fun, and we're going to go into some more coaching talk as well, GM talk, so stay tuned. Salute to Kenny Mack. If TB12 Mark Davis lays it out the right way, Ben Johnson gets the money and anonymity to recreate the Raiders in his image. Don't let him get out the door. Facts, man. And people keep saying that, what has Ben Johnson done? What has Ben Johnson done? I mean, he's put together one of the greatest offenses that we've seen in a long time. And do you guys remember why John Gruden, he was a guy that got the job as well coming in where Ben Johnson was essentially, right?
Yeah. Well, this is how most coordinators and great coaches start. Yes. You got to give them their start somewhere. This is Sean McVay hire. This is the Andy Reid hire back in Philadelphia. This is the John Gruden hire. This is the Kyle Shanahan hires. That's what this is, But look, when it's all said and done, right? Do we want innovation or do we want to preserve something that was once great, right? So I had two ways of looking at this. I said to myself, in the AFC West, you have a master class of coaching. One of these things are not like the other. We have Super Bowl winner, national championship winner, like over 100 years of experience coaching and success, right? More wins, the most illustrious group of coaches, even without our coach, in the whole league, right? Yep. So you got to combat that either with something that can run alongside of that, like Pete Carroll, and or Bill Belichick, or you got to go out there and go get the new thing. Yeah. Right. So the way I view the AFC West is if this is the hierarchy of the NBA, we got Steph, LeBron, and KD in our division as coaches. Yep. And we went out there and we're trying to hire Wembanyama. Yeah. Yeah. And what's funny? I love that you brought up the Bill Belichick thing, because there was a lot of rumors and rumblings about him yesterday. And it came out, I remember Vinny B stated something that around the league, he heard sources of Tom Brady just reaching out to him and picking his brain about what direction he should go. I don't find this to be a coincidence that the following day he potentially talked to Bill Belichick about trying to locate what they need to do moving on from Tom Telesco today. I don't find this coincidence at all that he is literally picking the greatest head coach of all time, the most decorated head coach of all time, brain about what we need to do, and then we move on from Tom Telesco the next day. This is the thing, you guys. If you're going to have a fire sale, have a fucking fire sale. What I said is, I've been saying this for months, is if you want Tom Telesco to do his job, allow him to do his fucking job. And it was clear. They weren't going to allow it. They weren't going to allow it. And also, the thing is the metric for success for Tom Telesco and the metrics for success for Mark Davis, the timelines are different. Yeah. Tom Telesco just got here. He doesn't have to wear the follies of the organization over the last 20, 30 years. Yeah. Mark Davis does. Yep. He's got to wear the sins of his father on his shoulder. He has to wear the sins of his own self on his shoulder. Tom Telesco doesn't understand what that feels like. Mm-hmm. And you know what? I'm glad watching Mark Davis show a little bit of desperation for once. Yeah, I am too. But you know what, man? And this is going to be said a lot this year with Tom Brady, because everybody was questioning what kind of power he was going to have, how involved was he going to be? We know now. He is heavily involved. And a lot of us always point back, us older Raider fans point back to the Tuck rule destroying this organization. With Tom Brady in the fold now, I do believe that he's trying to fix He's trying to be like Nas, destroy and rebuild it.
He's trying to destroy and rebuild it. You know what I'm saying? And I see it. Letting go of Antonio Pierce Tuesday, the day after Black Monday. Letting go of Tom Telesco the following day, back-to-back days, back-to-back haymakers. It's going to be interesting to see, what we do moving forward. Also, a few other names to keep an eye on, JoJo Wooden, Champ Kelly. I wonder where we're going to go in terms of their involvement. I'm expecting probably them to get their pink slips here soon.
Yeah, I'm looking for them to be unceremoniously blocked.
Yeah.
Get the F up out of here. Get everybody that was responsible for that dumpster fire this year the F up out of here. I'm okay with it. Even Joe Philbin himself.
RoboCop himself. Salute to Rudy. And I said pink slips. I didn't mean pink slips. I mean, get the fuck out of here. Salute to Rudy. Don't know how to feel about this one, fellas. Just more chaos. Hope Mark isn't making these moves. I hope it's Brady. Oh, it's Brady for sure. Mark has showed he is inept. Salute to Rudy, our guy, the Russo. Salute to Terry in the building. I want Ben Johnson as head coach, but nervous about a rookie head coach picking the GM he can control. He's not going to pick the GM, Terry. I'm telling you this now. I don't think that Tom Brady is foolish enough to give a guy in year one being a head coach the full power to go out there and pick the GM. But I think he's going to pick his brain a little bit and say, hey, who do you think?
Who could you work alongside with?
Yes. You know what I mean? Look, I don't think that Ben Johnson would want that kind of control in year one as the head coach. He's already said that all he wants to do is call the plays. That's what he wants to do. So I don't think that he would want that kind of power. But as a first-year head coach coming out of a great situation in Detroit, why wouldn't you want a greater situation or a situation that's somewhat equivalent to that already set up? Why would you leave Detroit where they can make you the highest paid coordinator again another year and stick around, and you already have a team that you're fighting for a Super Bowl year in and year out? It has to make sense. And I don't think that they would give him that kind of power, but they need to make sure that they're picking his brain and they're saying, look, we want this thing to be created the right way. And if you're going to be our guy moving forward, and mind you guys, if we want Ben Johnson, we're going to have to make him the offer of all offers because he is the hottest commodity in the market right now. So understand
he's the hottest thing smoking since freaking Sean McVay.
Yes. And if you're going to essentially pay him a shit ton of money and make him one of the highest paid head coaches in the NFL, you want to make sure that this thing looks exactly how he wants it to look as well. If you want to pry him away from Detroit, you guys, there has to be something in play that makes him comfortable enough to leave a phenomenal situation with Dan Campbell, Aaron Glenn and company. And Aaron Glenn looks like he's on the way out as well. We've talked about it. You brought it up the other day about the New Orleans Saints. He has a couple other interviews lined up as well. So, I mean, look, this is the year for Ben Johnson to take advantage of the success that he's had. And,
look, man, when you talk about striking while the iron's hot, right? The best thing to do, and it's not always about it. And I know everybody's like, hey, there's no quarterback here, there's no this, there's no that. The thing with a guy like Ben Johnson, if he has a clean slate and cap money, there's a chance to get him. If you're willing to pay his freight, there's a chance to get him. And also, what this essentially does is a lot of the other jobs that are open that they were linking him to were jobs that were NFC jobs. They were linking him to the Bears where he's going to go up against his old squad. I personally feel like it's probably more advantageous for him to go into the next conference.
Yeah. And you know what? A thing that a lot of people aren't talking about right now, Wasted, is entering this free agency with all that money, right? There's a few guys that we need to take care of this in-house. Maybe there was a different direction in terms of ideology with Tom Telesco and Tom Brady. Maybe paying Max Crosby a shit ton of money to stick around. There's a lot of rumors about the $100 million for another 3 years. There's some guys, Nate Hobbs and Merrick. Maybe Tom Telesco is not married to any of these guys. They're not homegrown talent to him. He said none of them are homegrown talent to him. They're not. So maybe he wants to go in another direction. Maybe they sat down and said, yo, what is your plan moving forward? And it just didn't align with the way Tom Brady and Mark Davis looked at this thing. We don't have to really look at it insane. To be honest, you guys, a lot of people think it doesn't make sense. And you guys know that we were big on just keeping Tom Telesco around and seeing this thing through. I understand the philosophy of moving on from Tom Telesco right now.
100% I do. And one of the things that
Mac too, appreciate
Tom Telesco, he's done a lot of wonderful things. One of the things that he's got to wear on his shoulders was, in his infinite wisdom, choosing to go and bring in not a Baker Mayfield, but a Gardner Minshew over a Sam Darnold, over some of the other options that were available out there. You could have done a lot better.
Wait, Steve, let's not do that, though, bro. Sam Darnold was essentially Gardner Minshew, or even worse, before this season.
He never was, and I'm going to tell you.
Before Kevin O'Connell got his hands on Sam Darnold, bro, pause if necessary. Bro, look, come on.
This is the reason why. Because you being a GM, we got to look at pedigree, right? Sam Darnold is a first-round pick. He's a big, strong quarterback that's coming out of a situation where he's being groomed by Kyle Shanahan as a backup for the 49ers, and he looked good there, right? And then you get a guy like Gardner Minshew, who is, and Max Crosby called him a little ass boy,
a Pro Bowler.
What is a Pro Bowler? What does a Pro Bowler mean now, bro?
Hey man, look,
that's like being an influencer. Like
I'm just going off a resume right now, man. I'm just saying.
F up out of here with that. What does it mean now to be a Pro Bowler? It used to mean something. Everybody gather around. That's enough of this crap.
Let's get it.
Gather around. I remember a time, and you guys, Wasted is going to have you guys gather around the
Salute the laser.
Look, there was a time where the Pro Bowl meant something because every jackwagon with their cell phone couldn't vote on it. It doesn't mean jack now. Nobody shows up anymore. Listen, we live in a world where Derek Carr made the damn Pro Bowl after like 3 other people turned it down. It don't mean jack. That's the only reason why he made it. I'm feeling a little better today, Graphk. Don't you start with me with your nonsense.
Salute to all the supers and salute to Wasted for not knowing what the fuck he's talking about. Salute to
I always know what I'm talking
about. Appreciate you, brother, on becoming a member. We have no idea what channel it is, but we appreciate you, brother. Real talk. If you guys want to become members of our channels, hit the links. They're pinned up top, man. Salute to all the new Green Dot gang and Get Off My Lawn gang. Salute to Gio. We love an off-season drama. I feel my hopium is kicking in. I'm having Raider delusions of grandeur. Ben Johnson would be a slam fucking dunk. Salute to y'all, man. Enjoy these football games this weekend. Hey, man, me and Wasted still got our team that's fighting for a national championship right now.
That is right.
Have some fun today. Definitely gonna have some fun. Salute to Gio. I bet it's GM Thomas Dimitrov and Mike Vrabel as head coach. Both Brady history. You know what's funny, man? The more we start getting detailed into this and the more details I don't think that Mike Vrabel is a realistic option. I'm not saying it can't happen.
And I don't think that Thomas Dimitrov is either.
No.
I'm not the biggest. Everybody, lauds Thomas Dimitrov and what he did down in Atlanta, and I don't.
Yeah.
I don't. I'm not a big Thomas Dimitrov guy.
Yeah. Facts. Salute to cut the check. Number 1, Brady is ruthless. Number 2, they're sending a message out to Vrabel, head coach candidates that we're cleaning house for you or whoever to come in and do their thing. Let me say this once again. I think that Vrabel is like option 3, personally. I think that there's a lot of extra talk, and we've talked about it a lot as well. We're victims of circumstance as well with the whole Vrabel Tom Brady connection. But once that New England job opened up, we kind of already pivoted. Like Vrabel's not realistically an option for us.
Yeah, and Tom Brady is walking around like Michael Corleone at the end of The Godfather.
Yeah.
He is sitting there at the christening, and all family business is being settled today, damn it. I love it.
Love it. Salute to 10 Commandments. Tom Brady has been supportive of Liam Cohen, the OC for the Bucs. Cohen has said that talking to Brady is like talking to another coach, and that he's learned a lot from Brady's approach to the game. That's another guy to keep an eye on that we've talked a lot about over here at Shieldmore is Liam Cohen, the offensive coordinator for the Bucs. Definitely another guy to keep an eye on. But I do believe that this is another situation, 10 Commandments, where he's like the 3rd or 4th option on this. I think that they're going all in for Ben Johnson tomorrow. That's just my, I don't have any inside source on this, you guys. They're keeping this very tight-knit. I don't have any inside source. I just believe that they're going all in. Once again, remember Tom Brady did state that he would have loved to play in that system that Ben Johnson put together down there in Detroit. And this is Tom Brady, the 7-time Super Bowl winner, one of the most highly decorated football players of all time, if not the best. You know what I mean? So, but that's definitely a name to keep an eye on as well. Salute to IM360. Wasted said, what you want, huh? Dope or dog food?
You already know.
Salute to my guy Zahn as well, gifting 10 OLV Raiders Network memberships. Salute to my brother and one of the GOATs over here, my guy Zahn. Appreciate you, brother. Salute to all the new Green Dot gang in the building. And salute to our guy, David Zahn II, for always supporting what we do over here at Shieldmore, man. Salute to Lucky King. Salute to the GOATs. Wasted, good to see you back, brother. Facts. For those who are just chiming in right now, man, just joining. I see the numbers are going up right now. We are talking about Tom Telesco losing his job today. There's a lot of rumors, a lot of innuendo going on about, our head coaching vacancy, our general manager vacancy. We're just here to talk about all the possibilities and options. I just saved that right now too on Twitter. Facts.
I love it.
Blaze, I don't think that we keep Rob Leonard
back with a check.
Yeah. I would love to keep Rob Leonard around, but once again, I think he was kind of tied to the AP regime. You know what I mean? Like, I know they love him, and I know Max would love to keep Rob Leonard around, but I think they're going to clean house. I think, and I hate to say it, but I'm talking about Robbo, Rob Ryan, a longtime Raider. Unless they just kind of use him in that same senior advisor type situation, I think they're going to clean house here. The only two guys that I would essentially keep, if it was up to me, would be Rob Leonard and Edgar Bennett as a wide receiver coach. I think outside of that, you can kind of move on from everybody.
I think that they're probably going to go and give Rob Leonard a chance to interview for the job.
Yeah, hell yeah.
They'll give him a chance to interview for the job, and he'd probably have to get the job on his own volition, to be quite honest with you.
Yeah. But you know what, though? Maybe they can sell that to Ben Johnson. Like, hey, Rob Leonard has a lot of respect, in this building. Max Crosby, Wilkins, these guys they go to war for him week in and week out. Maybe that's the name that we can look at in order to keep around on the staff. If we do somehow, some way, pull a game 7 out of our hat and bring in Ben Johnson. And once again, you guys, it is a long shot. It is a long shot. This roster compared to some of these other teams that are bringing him in, we're hoping and praying that Tom Brady, that Brady effect is real, and we can lock that up. But don't think for once, you guys, that he's going to leave that interview tomorrow and it's just sewn up. He's going to go through the process. He's going to listen to everybody. Okay,
see, Graphk, I'm going to be quite honest with you, man. I think that some feelers were put out there for them to make a move like this. Some feelers were put out there. I'm going to say, like Dr. Umar Johnson, some feelers were put out there 3 times. Whomever is going to get this job, I think it's a done deal.
Yeah, you know what's funny? I do too, but then I think that there's a
signed, sealed, delivered.
But I do believe there's another situation that's sitting there waiting in case that falls through. And once again, we talked about the Deion situation. I'm telling you now, man. I think that Ben Johnson is wave number 1, and I think that Deion situation. Mark can't help himself, man. And I think Brady's very close with Deion. They're like this. The Shador, effect with Tom Brady. I'm just saying, man. I don't want to look past this, but I agree with you, though. I do believe that they have a situation that's already kind of set in stone. But they do have a few backup plans as well. You can't in the NFL expect.
And nothing is done until the person walks through the door.
Even then, we watched him with Cliff Kingsbury.
Look, we Bill Belichick do it. I'm not going to be the HC for the NYJ. You remember that? I don't know if you're old enough to remember that.
Yep, I do remember that.
That was a very long time ago. And I'm going to be honest with you, man. Look, if you're talking about Deion Sanders, right, I don't necessarily think they would have had to clean house for Deion. They clean house for a particular reason, right? Now, is this the relationship between Tom Brady and Tom Telesco, right? Is this the fact that Tom Brady is going to be omnipresent over whomever the GM is?
Yeah.
Is that an issue for Tom Telesco? Was there discussion had about that?
And
that could also be a caveat of what went on.
And from the people that I've talked to within the building in these past few months, Tom Telesco was a very standoffish, stick to himself type guy. Me and Stu talked about it even at the Cincinnati game. We were on the sidelines, AP and Mark talking, laughing, shaking hands. Tom Telesco's on the other side of the field, watching, observing what's going on. Every time that I've talked to someone in that building that sees Tom, he's kind of been a guy by himself, kind of trying to fill out the situation. I don't think that Tom Telesco really, truly was really bought into this whole situation from jump. I think that forced pairing with him and AP, I think that he was just kind of like, I'm just here because I got a job. Mind you, he had a great draft, but I think that he essentially thought, I'm on idle time here in this building. I think once Tom Brady signed on and that minority stake was signed, sealed, delivered, and all the rumors started to come out about him having a lot of being very hands-on and having some power, I think that he knew his days were numbered. He said, I truly do, man. Because once again, everybody that I've spoken to in that building has stated, I don't know, man. It's just a weird feeling with Tom Telesco. It's just kind of, hey, how you doing? Hey, how you doing? And just kind of sticks to himself. So, I think that they have a plan moving forward. I see a lot of people talking about Tom Brady potentially being the general manager. That's not going to happen, okay? I know a lot of people are stating how the hell is he going to keep his commentary. I think it's only a matter of time before
it's a matter of time, bro. He's going to step down. Now, Graphk, I need you to do me a favor, man. Down there at the bottom of the screen, do me a favor. Pull up NFL Mike's comment.
Okay, real quick. Let me okay, because I got a lot of supers and a lot of stuff. Just go ahead and read it.
Yo, NFL Mike says something very, very poignant. He's a Charger fan.
He knows all about Tom Telesco.
He says Tom Telesco was great at analyzing and finding talent, but takes some personality at that level that he doesn't have.
Yeah,
so
I love that. I love that,
and I think that's very, very poignant.
Because guess what, you guys, he was overpowered in LA too. He had to take a lot of those knocks for Brandon Staley, those salary cap problems when it was all the Spanos family. This guy's kind of essentially just been ran over.
Yeah, he's been the NFL whipping boy.
Yeah, like real talk, bro. Like, I love that. And NFL Mike knows, longtime Charger fan. He knows about Tom Telesco. But once again, it kind of feels like he's just kind of out or been overpowered again in back-to-back situations. Houston, I do believe that this makes it a more attractive situation because all those other places, they have Poles, they have Trent Bulk, they have a lot of GMs that are already in place in those other spots. This is essentially a situation where Ben Johnson can come in with a clean slate and he can help identify and locate that general manager. I do believe this makes it a more attractive spot than Chicago, than Jacksonville, than New England, and other places that are going to be looking for a head coach. I firmly believe that. I do. Once again, Tom Telesco's no longer in the building, you guys. So there's no forced pairing of, I have to work with this guy. I have to work. This is a situation where they can come in the building together, pause if necessary, and build this thing the way they need to build it. Salute the chef. What's up, y'all? Hear me out. Possible situation. We get Ben, a.k.a. Benny Hanna, trade for Hooker. Draft T-Mac and save that free agency Higgins money and go defense. Crazy. And once again, we've kind of talked about the situation of if Ben does pull it. Remember that the Lions just signed Teddy Bridgewater as well. You know what I mean? So maybe if Ben wins a championship, maybe he has enough cachet out there to say, I'm going to the Raiders. Can you guys give me my guy that I can build with? Because one thing the Detroit Lions don't have is a Super Bowl. And if they win one, they're looking at Ben and saying that offense definitely helped carry this team.
It's just funny to me. It's ironic that somebody going to Las Vegas would need to bring a hooker with them.
When they're already there on the strip.
Yes.
Yeah. Salute once again to everybody here in the building, man. Wipe them feet, man. Pay your bar tabs. Hit that subscribe button. The chat is flying, you guys. We have over 3,000 people in the building, so my apologies if I can't get to every comment. We're trying. Salute to Cap. We got to make Tom Brady do a DNA test. By the way, he's moving out here. Ain't no way this man don't got some Al Davis heritage in him. Salute to Cap. My God, appreciate you, brother. Salute to Donald Rice, our dog, as always, becoming a member. Salute to Bay Area, not Vrabel. He wrote viable. Okay. So look, I'm reading this thing wrong. The chat is
same deal.
Salute to
viable, Viacom, whatever.
Would you trade with the Browns? Swap ones, give them our extra third in Kobe. It's going to cost a lot more than that to move up to that spot because Cleveland can still be in desperation mode in terms of the quarterback position because Deshaun Watson, Brandon, did take a step back in his recovery with that injury. And, him restructuring that money, he's going to stick around out there. But it's going to cost a lot more to move from 6 to where they at? 2-3? 2-3? It's going to be a lot more than that. A lot more than that. But
the Browns are at 2.
I wouldn't put it past this organization now without Tom Telesco in the building to move up and go locate the quarterback. Crosby spoke well about Belichick on his Rest podcast. Salute to Grant. I mean, this is the thing. Who can't? I mean, as much as us Raider fans don't like Bill Belichick, who can say anything bad about that guy? He won 6 Super Bowls.
Yeah, bro. It's funny how you have some very, very small-minded people that will say, well, he never won anything without Brady, right? And it's like, bro.
They're a year without him.
Bro, and I'm going to be honest with you. He built the Browns organization. He's the reason why the Ravens are the Ravens. He not only built the New England Patriots, but he's the one who built the Ravens.
Yeah.
He really is. If you look at the staff that he had when he was the coach of the Browns, he groomed Ozzie Newsome as an executive.
They moved over there.
He had Nick Saban out there. He had all of these guys out there, bro.
Yep.
Coughlin, all these guys. So listen, Bill Belichick's football acumen is second to none.
Unquestioned.
Second to none.
Salute to Ty, my brother, man. Appreciate you gifting 5 OLV Raider Network membership. Salute to Matt King. After all this, can we at least get least 3 years with no dramatics. We are the Raiders, Matt King. And when you got Tom Brady in the building now, there's going to be there's going to be a lot of talk with Mark Davis, running the show. There's going to be a lot of talk regardless. We're in Las Vegas, we're the Raiders. It's going to happen. A lot of big platforms out there rely on the Raiders and the dramatics in order to get clicks and keep that money flowing in. So we're the Raiders, man. Even if there is no dramatics, people will create dramatics around this organization to keep it looking like it's a circus show, even if we are winning it and riding the ship. It just happens with the Raiders.
Yeah. Now, I want to ask you a question, man, because
my apologies, cut the check. My apologies, brother.
Let me ask you a question, man. What happens to the populace of the nation? And I just want to ask you personally, what happens if we don't come away with Ben Johnson or Deion Sanders or Mike Vrabel?
There's a guy that we're bringing in right now, and Todd Monken. That is we requested to bring in for the head coaching spot for those who are not familiar with his game.
Look, I'm going to make you familiar right now.
Go ahead, brother. Please do.
Let me make you familiar right now, damn it. Because, guys, look, I did a short today.
Wait, real quick, before you do that. Until we get our money, this show was brought to you by Shieldmore. Go ahead.
That's right, damn it. Now, look. Now, when we start talking about Todd Monken, man, Todd Monken is in his 36th season coaching, including 10 seasons in the National Football League. His 6th coordinating job in the NFL. His previous jobs were the Tampa Bay Buccaneers from 2016 to 2018, the Cleveland Browns in 2019. He also coached the Jacksonville Jaguars wide receivers. And prior to that, he was the offensive coordinator for the powerhouse Georgia Bulldogs. Now, in 2023, he was finalist for AP Assistant Coach of the Year. A Baltimore offense that ranked number 4 in scoring, number 6 in total yards, 370 yards a game, and averaging an NFL high 156 yards a game rushing, right? He was also voted, had a quarterback that was voted for NFL MVP for the second time. He's helped elevate Lamar Jackson's game.
Yeah.
The guy
over
led
4,000 yards passing, over 900 yards rushing. Lamar has had
a great run under him. A great run. He led the Bulldogs to the number 5 ranking in points, the number 8 in yards for scrimmage in his last year.
Back-to-back national championships.
Back-to-back national championships. I mean, the guy is as accomplished as accomplished could be. And I love Todd Monken's successful building blocks, right? He says his 6 key elements to building a successful roster is don't turn the ball over, be explosive, score touchdowns in the red zone, be good on third down, don't have large yardage plays, and have an athletic quarterback who can make off-schedule plays. So, listen, Todd Monken coming in here, this is a guy who's only been a head coach at one time in his career. He's always been the bridesmaid and never the bride. I think maybe that Todd Monken is in a situation now where he's getting older, and now this is the time. This is the time for him to grab the brass ring and run an organization.
Initially, wasted, right? He wanted to only call the O, but this could be a situation where he says, you know what? I may have to strike while the iron is hot. And don't be shocked, you guys, to be real, if he did come into the building, looking at a Justin Fields as an option in free agency and drafting a Jalen Milroe, a guy that's off script that can create plays with his legs. I'm not saying that he's the right move, but what did he say? What was that last piece that Todd Monken said?
Athletic quarterback who can make off-schedule plays.
There you go.
So he is a guy who, I remember years they used to always say the offensive coordinator who can figure out how to take Michael Vick's talent and put it inside of the framework of an offense is going to be, a multimillionaire. I think essentially what Todd Monken did was he took Michael Vick 2.0 and Lamar Jackson and he's playing at a level, man, that I've never even seen Vick play at.
Yeah. Hey, Stu, everybody would enjoy Joy Taylor to be in the building, man.
It would be cool to take a look at those sweater kittens.
Salute, man. And once again, I didn't mean to skip over my dogs. Super. He stated TT probably told him he didn't want to move up. Yeah, historically, he doesn't want to do that. You know what I mean? And salute to Hoppy, cleaned house for Gruden. You know what's so funny, man? Knowing this team, I would not be shocked. But I think that Mark understands if he brought him back in, what kind of black eye that would leave on this organization. The way he left, there's no way you can bring him back. And I understand they came to a settlement in 2021 when he decided to step down or resign. But I would not be shocked, man. This organization is crazy. But I think with a Tom Brady in the building, He understands you can't bring. I don't think that Tom Brady would even want to be connected to an organization that brings in John Gruden after those emails.
Nah, not the way his brand has been and the way he's been hyper and super protective of his brand. I don't think that he would risk something like that. I'm going to be quite honest with you.
Salute to Niles, gifting 5 OLV Raiders Network memberships. Appreciate you, sis, and everything that you do for the channel. As always, salute to all the new Green Dot gang and Get Off My Lawn gang in the building. Salute to Cyrus Graphk trying to be on another Sanders episode. Look, we didn't plan on being on that documentary.
Yeah, I know. You know, I mean,
the thing is this though, that just assures us once again that we're being watched, that everybody's eyes are on what we got going on. They're on the product. Salute to Dion, salute to Shador, salute to Prime Video, and everybody that put that documentary together. It was kind of cool, man, to hear me and Waste's voice on there right next to Stephen A. Smith.
I know you. This is absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah,
like right after us and stuff. It's crazy, man.
It's kind of cool. For those who didn't check it out, I'll play the audio, but I can't play the video. Listen to this. That is so funny.
We sound so irrational. So irrational. We sound like the two old Muppets up in the rafters, yelling and screaming at the top of our lungs. It's unbelievable, man.
Look to Lucky Graphk. I'm excited for this offseason. The only thing that I'm worried about is Max Crosby and our quarterback situation. I think we're okay, man. Max is still under contract. We can make sure that he's very happy with the next contract. Look, give him an extension, man. Give him another 3 years. Keep him around. But either way, I trust what's going on in the building right now with Tom Brady in the fold. And I think that Tom understands the value of having a Max Crosby in the building. And I think they're going to make sure that he's happy moving forward. I do, man. Salute to Lucky. Salute to Gio. Would Cohen be a huge downgrade from Ben Johnson? I think anything's
that's subjective. Let me take this one, Graphk. That's subjective, bro, because it all depends on, what it's people, place, and things. What situation you're in, what kind of roster you have to execute your plan. The one thing about Ben Johnson that I don't know, and the one thing about Liam Cohen that we don't know is it's one thing when you're a coordinator. It's a whole other thing when you have to lead the entire building.
Agreed.
Right. So who knows how they're gonna act under that construct? So it's not a downgrade. They're both very bright guys. It's just all about getting in the right situation and getting the right pieces to kind of make their vision come to light.
Agreed. Salute to John B. If we don't get Johnson, I would like Todd Monken. We just talked about that. John B. would be a phenomenal option in Las Vegas. Salute to Tokyo becoming a member. We don't know what channel, but we appreciate you, Tokyo. As always, brother, we always see you in both our channels supporting. What if it's Gruden, Mateo? I would hate that move. I would not like that at all. There's other organizations, man. Go down to Jacksonville. Khan, bring in John Gruden, man. It would be hilarious to watch him try to work with Trent Bulk. That would be fucking Comedy Central must-see TV. That'd be hilarious. Salute to CJ. How about, what's funny, CJ? I thought about Ed Dodds immediately when this happened. I would love to bring him in. And Stu's still in the building in the chat. That's Stu's guy. And he told us in the offseason, we showed the text message and all that stuff about him when he got the interview to be potentially the general manager. He said, this is the time to get it right. I want to be a Raider, woo. It'd be interesting to see if Ed Dodds.
Let me ask you a question. Do you think this is a little bit of revisionist history here? Not revisionist history, but correcting wrongs from last year. Do you think that maybe?
You know what? I don't hope
maybe Mark is he's going back and trying to erase the mistakes of off seasons past.
You know what? Fuck that. I don't want it to be trying to fix what happened last year. I want him to fix what's happened the last 2 decades. I don't care about now that this AP and Tom Telesco stank is off of us. Let's correct what we have not done right in the last 15 years. You know what I'm saying? We have not been, longer than that, 25 years. I don't want to see him correct the wrongs of what he did this past offseason. Bro, we have not been a perennial playoff team in 2+ decades. We've been sold a load of shit outside of 2021 and 2016. Like, I don't want to see this be a situation where we get it right every 4 or 5, 10 years. They need to wipe the stank off this organization for the past few decades. Fuck what happened this past offseason. Fix what has been wrong with this team in the last 25 years.
But let me ask you a question, bro.
Salute to Cat.
Had they done what was suggested last year, which was bringing Ed Dodds along with Jim Harbaugh, then it would have been fixed. So you can't look at it from that prism, right? Can't look at it from that prism because last year, the thing that probably should have been done would have been the right thing to do.
Yeah, that's it.
I'm right. I mean, it's a hard damn work being right all the goddamn time.
Salute the Cap. Serious note, they wouldn't blow this whole thing up if their plan wasn't almost a sure thing. Reason why Bears and Jags haven't hired their GMs for Ben is because they know they ain't as close. Salute the Cap. Salute the Cap.
Cap with no cap. Love it.
Cap with no cap. Salute the Ten Commandments. Todd Monken hung 451 yards on KC, 383 on LV, 41 on DB, and 30 on the Chargers. Should he be considered second round? And we talked about that, Ten Commandments. If he is the guy moving forward, definitely believe that Jalen Milroe will be an option in the draft. But I know, because that's not my guy. But I'll say this: until we figure out who the GM is, I don't really know what direction they're going in right now. You know what I'm saying? So, Cheese Man, no GM screams Pat Carroll.
Pete Carroll.
Just saying.
Yeah, but no, it doesn't to me at all. Like you don't have to coerce a guy who's sitting out there on the scrap heap saying, "Hello, hire me, please." You don't have to do that. You got to coerce the bell of the ball, and the bell of the ball is Ben Johnson. There is no doubt about it. There's no doubt about it. Yep. I don't want to get myself all hyped up, nation, but listen, man, I'm feeling like this is a Scooby-Doo mystery, man.
I'll say this.
It's a Scooby-Doo mystery. The guy who brought you to the amusement park, he's the guy.
I'll tell you this: if the Raiders can reel in the big fish, you guys, with Ben Johnson, I think that this thing is going to be on the right trajectory. Finally, like when is the last time we haven't had to take the scraps? Yeah, we bringing in a head coach outside of going and paying John Gruden a shit ton of money it took $100 million. I don't think you guys remember this. It took $100 million guaranteed to bring Gruden out of retirement. Remember this. And it's been forever since we brought in AP was not on anybody else's radar. I believe he interviewed with the Atlanta Falcons, but we all know what that was, right? We all interviewed with the Atlanta Falcons. I'm saying this. When is the last time we brought in one of the biggest names in free agency as a head coach or even a general manager? We have had to take scrap heaps and hope that it works out.
Never. We have never got the bell of the ball in free agency. The only thing close to it was, luring Gruden back. And it's like, okay, so we got a guy who was in a TV booth for the last decade, right? Who screwed us on the way out the last time.
Yep.
See, like I talked to my man Rudy the Vet Rusto, and he said to me, he goes, "You know what, Wasted?" He goes, I ain't forget how John Gruden screwed us on the way out.
Yeah.
He goes, man, he said, man, F John Gruden. He said, F him. And I'm going to be honest with you. When they brought Gruden back, I was like, okay. But when he traded Khalil Mack, I said, get this guy the F up out of here. And if they bring John Gruden back, I am going to have a goddamn conniption. I don't think they are. But they better not even entertain bringing that bum back in this organization. Get him the F up out of here.
Terry, we'll talk about that. There's going to be some options that are going to be popping out the woodworks, but I think Ed Dodds is an interesting name. It is. Who do you think would be the top GM option in your eyes right now to pair with Ben Johnson? Because there's going to be some names tied to him very, very soon because of bringing him in for interviews. Are there any other names that you can think of in terms of potential general managers? And remember, you guys, we have Champ Kelly in the building. I don't know what that means. I don't think it means anything, actually.
Yeah. Out of here with that. There's nobody I can think of, because I know Ryan Grigson. Did he get a job?
I don't believe so.
Did Ryan Grigson get a job?
Mm-hmm. While you look that up, salute the Pilgrim.
I'm looking up because I like Ryan Grigson.
Stay safe, y'all. Y'all made it. Going to watch the documentary now. Laugh out loud. All I want to say is make the right decisions and just win, baby. Salute to my guy, Pillaging. And salute to everybody.
Ryan Grigson's out there. That's a guy I would consider.
Okay. Salute to everybody that was also DMing us and hitting us up about the Dion doc. We appreciate you guys so much. It was cool.
Shout out to the Sanders boys, man, for watching and liking the video too, man.
Yeah, they were on our stories yesterday.
I feel like we're a part of the family already, Sanders. Listen, how about this, Sanders? I know you guys love the Las Vegas Raiders, and it's not tampering, right? Come on down the dial and sit in with your boys who were screaming like maniacs. Just Sit on in with old Graphk and Wasted, man.
You know what's funny?
Sanders magic on this pod.
Before I watched it, Jay hit me up. Salute to our brother over at Woodson Whiskey. He said, I remember that episode. Wasted was losing his fucking mind.
Shout out to Jay.
I was like, I got to watch this now. I like what JVG said, man. We're not interviewing Ben Johnson. He's interviewing us. Talk, JVG. Talk. I like that.
Not when Tom Brady's in the building.
Yeah, that's fast.
Not the most interesting. That's like saying that you're going to interview Batman. Batman always does the interviewing. What the F is wrong with you?
Oh shit! He said if Ben Johnson comes, expect Ray Agnew to be the GM.
Oh, some New York Giant connection.
Okay,
Ray Agnew, man, that's a name I haven't heard in a long time, man.
Yeah, salute to PJ. Careful, guys. Starting to think our head coach might already be nailed. Getting dangerously optimistic again. Salute to PJ Houston and pause. Oh,
I was about to say you're be getting nailed. Like,
nailed on.
Hello, what's wrong with you?
We got 3,200 people in the building, you guys. Wipe them feet, man. Hit that subscribe button. Pay your bar tabs. Make sure we don't ask for nothing outside of just get them likes up, man.
No, you know what I'm going to ask for? I'm going to ask for – I never ask for anything. Listen.
Get our brother up to 13,000
people in here. I am less than 100 subscribers away from 13,000. By the end of this episode, if you guys mess with the Wasted One, go hit the damn subscribe button over at Raider Nation Unlimited. What the F is wrong with all of you?
Get up to 13K. We want that 13K this week, you guys. Make sure to hit that subscribe button on this channel. I like this because Grandmaster, I don't know if you've seen, but somebody, was it Palmer? Somebody dropped a report yesterday that Tom would like a veteran in the AFC West to combat, Andy Reid, Harbaugh, and Sean Payton. So if it is a vet, it's probably Pete Carroll. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think it's Vrabel because Vrabel wasn't a head coach that long. I mean, he's
a head coach for 6 years, but
he's a veteran, but he's not a Pete Carroll, a Super Bowl winning guy, national championship winning guy.
There's only two guys out there that have the resume to go and compete. And even Doug Peterson can't sit at that table, and he's got one.
And Pete Carroll, I believe, is interviewing for the Chicago Bears job as well. And we talked about Louis Riddick as well, you guys, as the GM. Another name to keep an eye on. That did interview for the New York Jets job a few weeks prior. So this power move was done specifically for 1 or 2 targets. Brady is the Terminator. Talk, Mike. Talk, brother. I love it. I'm almost caught up, you guys. We're going to get back to our show. The super chats are flying today. We appreciate you guys so much. Mark told Tom Telesco to get the hell off my lawn. I think Mark wants Shador, and he didn't believe Tom could trade up to get him. New drama every day. Salute to my guy. Fuck the Chiefs. And I appreciate him, man. He's been over here for the past week. New name on the channel.
Yeah, I love this guy, man.
Yeah, he's been supporting.
I think that's the next goated name.
I do too.
That's the next goated name. Like Johnny Kicknuts was one.
Yes.
Faku was one.
Yeah.
But now this is a whole new level of goated names right now.
Hey, you know what? I like that 10 Commandments. I might hit up Hammer today and see if he wants to simulcast the Notre Dame and Penn State game. That would be fun because I'm still keeping an eye on Drew Allard because we don't know if he's coming, if he's going to declare for the draft. We don't know yet. I mean, all signs are him going back to Penn State. But the class is getting thinner with Carson Beck going into the transfer portal.
Yeah, he's going to Miami too.
Ooh.
Carson Beck going to Miami. Now, so look at this, right? Hey, I think they might have got some of that Nevin Shapiro money again. So listen, listen, if you talking Drew Allard, right? If you talking Drew Allard, he is my number 1 quarterback over Shador.
Period. Oh yeah. I'm not mad about that.
Period. He's my number 1 guy. You guys know I've always said that.
But you know what though? But now with Tom Telesco out of the building, I don't think he would be our number 1 option.
You don't know that?
I think Brady would value Shador.
He loves Shador. But then I don't know, man. Yeah, it might be like that meme with dudes turning around with his girl and his arm like
yeah.
Might be like that. Listen, man, I'm gonna tell you something. That kid makes some throws that make you go, woo.
Yeah, and that arm strength.
Yeah, that shit is like
6'5", 6'6", big body guy. A lot of Josh Allen comparisons. It's going to be interesting, man. But if he goes, I think the Giants take him immediately. With the ball in the building, it just makes sense. He's the one that helped develop Josh Allen. I can see the Giants going Drew Allard. Salute to Ayers. Ticket prices went up, and they did, which is absolutely bonkers after a 4-13 season. Calling it now, Sanders. Salute to Ayers. The Sanders watch him. The Sanders watch him, y'all, is wild. DDC, what you mean? Maybe I'm reading this wrong.
I don't know. And let me ask you a question. How many boxes of Z do you think it takes us to move up?
Wait, what?
How many boxes of ZD? I'm getting real Jersey on you. How many boxes of ZD?
Yeah, I was like, bro, I'm from California, bro. We don't talk like that, bro.
All right. How many street tacos you think it'll take to move up to get to number one?
Dog, yo. Oh man, I don't know. I don't know. I truly don't know, man, because you're going from probably 6 to New England's not. I mean, Tennessee is an interesting team to keep an eye on. They just fired the general manager. Dion was pissed about it. So I don't know. I mean, what do you think? Is it? I don't think this is a 3 1s and a bunch of extra shit type of class.
No, it's not. It's not. It's not like you're going up to get Peyton Manning here.
What about this? Our first this year, our first next year, a third this year, and potentially a player.
How about a first, a second this year, and a second next year? If
that's all it costs, be my guest. I'm not mad about that.
And then trade that dude from the practice squad, Bofa.
Hey, send him Carter Bradley while we're at it. Salute to both. Raiders, maybe this has been discussed already. I wish AP could have been kept on a positional linebackers coach and not ready to be. This is the thing, Booth. You know how difficult it would be to bring him back? You know, and AP hasn't talked yet. He hasn't posted on Instagram, nothing like that. But I'll say this. It'd be so difficult to bring him back into the fold without this. This would be such a Raider move without even naming our defensive coordinator, our head coach, our general manager. Let's see how this thing plays out first. Okay. You can't bring AP though back into the fold after the way he was let go. And I don't see it. If anything, I think he goes to the Giants. I do believe he'll probably end up being a positional coach out there, returning back to the team where he won a championship with. But that would be an old Raider move. I don't think this is a new Raider move. With Tom Brady in the building, you can't bring AP back the way we let him go. That would be disgusting to me.
Yeah. I you know what? And what's all so disgusting? I want to bring this up a little bit off of football. Is what's going on in Southern California. Prayers, salute to everybody in Southern California. If anybody's affected by what's going on down there, our hearts go out to you, man. I've been watching it, man, and you would never think that, you know, in America that we'd have something that's this catastrophic and everything that could be done isn't being done. So, you know, I'm saying this publicly. I am going to look into doing whatever I can do to try to help the people of Los Angeles. And Graphk, and we talked about this early this morning. Yeah, you know, we want to try to set something up to try to help the people
and get out there though, like physically get out there,
boots on the ground, and go and help those people out there because it's terrible, man. What's going on, and it's not missed on me because listen, man, that is Raider Nation, bro.
Oh yeah, and me being from California, it means a lot, and it's so sad. We called my son's godmoms out there. They had no power yesterday. They live in North Hollywood. It's really, really bad. So we definitely salute to everybody out there that is affected by those fires. And we're going to try and put something in motion, reach out to a few sponsors and see if we can get something rolling for at least a family or two. I know it's a lot of money out there in California, a lot of people, but if we could play our part somehow, some way, we would definitely love to be a part of getting out there, boots to the ground. And I love that Wasted hit me up this morning in the text and said, yo, we got to do something about this. And we're definitely going to try to find a way to get involved. So salute to everybody out there affected. Salute to Brock. Does Tom take Shador or Drew if both are there? See, once again, Brock, look, I think he wants to go Shador because he's been there to help.
I do too.
You know what I mean? But it's going to be interesting to see if that is an option. But I would go Shador. Salute to Cut the Check. The Raiders are a foundational NFL historical worldwide. And remember this too, you guys. Tom Brady is a pocket passer. Shador is more of a pocket passer as well. I know Drew is a guy that, you know, stays in the pocket, but he's also a mobile guy as well. And I think that he wants to find a guy that kind of has the skill set that he had. You know what I mean? So to cut check, the Raiders are a foundational NFL historical worldwide franchise. TB12 recognizes that and wants to help restore the silver and black back to its glory and prove they can win and make some bread while doing it. And remember, cut the check. A lot of people aren't. I know that Tom grew up a Niners fan, but he is from Northern California. He knows what the Raiders means to the NFL. Outside of that tuck rule situation that happened, he's from Northern California, born and raised. He grew up watching nothing but Raiders shirts and hats and Niners shirts and hats out there in Redwood City. He understands the value of the Raiders, and there's a reason why he has bought into this organization. So totally agree with you, Cut the Check. Appreciate you on a $20 holla. Laser, shout out to Gillette. Wasted looking younger than Graphk. This is facts. Facts.
I actually am younger than Graphk.
In what world?
Not really.
Hey,
I'm like a decade older than Graphk.
Hey, you guys, how many street tacos you want to bet on that one?
Like almost 10 years older than Graphk.
But Laser, I will be 41 in 6 days. 6 days. So I feel like I'm definitely getting closer to Wasted's age. I mean, probably got like 30 years on me, but I'm getting there. Imagine Bill comes here and he tags Josh McMuffin for the UNC job. Laugh out loud. Let's go Irish. Salute
Like, what's up, what's up, gangsters?
No, salute the Rube. I've seen this happening ever since Tom passed up on getting a franchise-changing player in top position in the NFL. George Halani cost Tom the job. Talk, Rube.
Ruben Rush, you were about to be unceremoniously blocked.
And he did get, Brock Bowers that broke essentially every record as a tight end in the year one outside of the Zach Ertz one where he was pretty close there. But, I know Rube loves George Halani. He'll never forgive the Raiders for not going that route. So salute the Rube. Once again, you guys, wipe them feet, hit them thumbs up. If you guys are not subscribed yet, man, make sure you guys pay your bar tabs, hit that subscribe button if you guys.
Hey, I need 100. Get me over the hump. Pause.
The Sanders family watching y'all is wild. Sorry for the typo. Salute to DDC, man. You guys would be shocked. I mean, Mark Davis said he loved this show. So, it's so funny, man. I be having to talk to some of my guys behind the scenes. They don't be believing a lot of the shit that be going on. I'm like, y'all downplay you guys yourselves a lot. Like, understand the value of what we do and what we bring to the table, man. So there's a reason. We've been on national TV multiple times and New York Post and, all that Sunday, or what is it, SNY and
all that stuff, man. I mean, bro, you know what it is, Graphk? It's just, man, I'm just floored sometimes by some of the things that this platform has opened up. Yeah. Just being able to sit down and kick it with Raider legends and have real conversations, and it's definitely been a blessing, man. But what I will say is that what I've noticed in this thing is that just like in life, man, this is a meritocracy. The more work you put in, the higher you rise.
Facts. Salute to Ross, my guy. Coupon Tom had to go. Let JJ walk. No quarterback. DA blow up, etc. First time in a while, I'm hopeful for this offseason. Y'all made this terrible year decent with content. We appreciate you, brother. Let me say this, though. For Tom Telesco to get a third out of Davante Adams and that contract off the books, for me, was a keep him around by itself. And Tom had nothing to do with that Davante Adams blow up, you guys. That had nothing to do with Tom Telesco. That was already in the works before Tom was even in the building. So I'm not blaming Tom for anything in terms of Davante Adams. For him to finesse the Jets out of a third and that contract, do you guys understand how much Tom saved us going into this offseason? Like, real talk, like, we're over $100 million in salary because we have that at our disposal because of Tom Telesco and the way he worked last offseason. So let's not beat him up with the Davante blow up. And come on, you guys, look. Do you guys look? More power to Josh for going out there and going into the playoffs with Green Bay. But where we are in our trajectory trying to get up, we're nowhere near.
A running back was not going to be the thing that kept us over the thing. No. Let me say this real quick, Graphk. Getting back to the Ben Johnson thing, I know we got to read some supers, but I found something on the internet. It says multiple reports have insisted over recent weeks that if Ben Johnson were to take a head coaching job somewhere, he would seek alignment. Mm-hmm. People may translate it, but the simplest way to put it is he preferred being paired with a GM he knows and trusts.
Yeah.
So what obviously isn't known is who that executive would be. So there are many that have speculated that it would be assistant GM Ray Agnew, since the two have worked together since 2021. I'm telling you, another check in the Ben Johnson box. Yeah. Boom. You heard it here first.
And mind you guys, Tom Telesco was fired on the eve of bringing in Ben Johnson, who once again allegedly wants some type of involvement with naming the next general manager. So there's no coincidence here, you guys, on the eve of bringing in Ben Johnson. And we were already on the outside. I mean, with Ben Johnson coming in with Tom Telesco in the building, I assume we were the fourth on the table behind Chicago, Jacksonville, and New England. So this definitely helps our cause, helps our case trying to bring in Ben Johnson. Salute to Johnny. Shout out to Wasted for the taco currency. Yo, I only see Johnson, Vrabel, and Pete Carroll asking for the GM to seal the deal. Anybody else have that juice? No, not at all, Johnny. You are 150% correct. Facts. Salute to my guy, Johnny. And salute to the taco currency. Yeah, man. Only Californians will understand that analogy. And Wasted is very much goated for going from the Zini to the Taco Bell. Taco. That right there, Wasted deserves 100 subscribers. Hit that subscribe button on Wasted Talents channel, you guys. Raider Nation Unlimited, because of the street taco analogy.
Thank you. Let me pop my collar real quick.
Yes. And there's another West Coast.
Yes, that's right. Listen. The only thing you're never gonna hear me say is "ooh."
That's reserved for us Northern Californians. You know what I'm saying? Just got off work and bam, Tom and Jerry are gone. The excitement never ends. Salute to Jermaine.
Tom and Jerry, not Tom and Jerry, bro.
Hey, I seen a comment and I hope they're in the building right now, because it was so fire before Tom Telesco. Did you see that comment I uploaded about let Tom direct this journey or navigate us through this next journey? Tom, navigate. That was a bar.
Yeah, that was a bar. Yeah, Tom. They don't get it because back in the day you had this thing called a Tom, navigation system. Now everybody has navigational systems on their phone, so it doesn't really hit the mark. But great analogy, Graphk.
Yeah. I love this. L11. Don't forget, Ben Johnson was 4-0 versus the AFC West last year. Ooh. Talk that talk, L11. Ooh. Salute to Victor with the $50 holla, man. Appreciate you, brother. Real talk. Support your content, my brothers. Thank you so much, Victor, for the support, brother. That means a lot, man. Real talk, man. Salute to the 3,200 people still rocking with us. Get some questions in, you guys. Let's have some fun. We're only a little bit over an hour in on the show. We'll be around. We'll stick around as long as you guys want to stick around.
Yes,
and
sir.
we'll talk about this, man. But once again, for those who are just joining, Tom Telesco has officially been relieved of his duty as the general manager of the Raiders. And it looks like we are on to the next, on the eve of Ben Johnson coming in for the head coaching spot via Zoom.
Bro, I don't know, man. And maybe I'm not as mature as I thought. You know, I'm laughing because you said duty.
Yeah, you're very immature, bro.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Salute to Ridgeback, our dog, our brother, real ones know. Ben Johnson said, you guys are sticking with that motherfucker? Talk, Ridge, talk. Ridgeback with a haymaker. For those who have no idea who he's referring to, Tom Brady, Derek Carr. I know a lot of people said it was Jimmy G. No.
Nah, bro.
No.
Bro. Nah, bro. Wrong.
Salute to Shah gifting 5 wasted talent memberships as well. We appreciate you, brother. Our brother Shah gifting 5. If you guys want to become Green Dot Gang and get off my lawn gang, make sure you hit the links. They're pinned up top, man. Appreciate you, brother. Salute to Jorge, our guy. The Raiders are interviewing Ben Johnson and Aaron Glenn at the same time. Thoughts on Glenn? Well, not the same time, but we are interviewing them both. But
I'm kind of cool on Aaron Glenn. I mean, Aaron Glenn was a hell of a player too. People forget.
Yeah, former New England Patriot, right?
He was a Jet first. I don't know. I think he might have played, but I know he played for the Jets and I know he played for the Texans.
Okay, I could have swore he played under Bill Belichick.
He might have, but he was a Jet, bro. He played under Bill Belichick as a Jet.
Okay.
Bill Belichick was the defensive coordinator when Parcells was there.
I'm looking it up. I mean, I know you're right, but as a player, Jet, Texan, Cowboy, Jaguar, Saint. Okay, so that might have been under that regime.
Yeah. Well, no, it definitely was because Bill, I think Bill drafted Aaron Glenn. Bill Parcells drafted him.
But I know that he played under him.
Yeah, he played under Belichick, definitely. Yeah, he's a Belichick guy.
The Wi-Fi is low-key tripping right now. You're freezing up like a stripper, my brother. I know I'm in a snowstorm in Dallas right now. You're still good, though. We can hear you and everything's clear. But you're low-key freezing up like a stripper. Telesco has been unceremoniously fired. Salute to Fuck You, the greatest name in YouTube history.
Unceremoniously blocked.
This is a Scooby-Doo mystery. then TB12 is John Gruden after he takes his mask off.
Yeah, I told you, bro. This is this is exactly, and I would have gotten away with it if it wasn't for you pesky kids. See, you guys caught that analogy earlier in the show. I love you bringing it full circle. Thank you.
Go. And once again, I think that me and Wasted both agree that Aaron Glenn probably ends up with the New Orleans Saints as the head coach. They always find a way to name defensive guys they head coach down there in New Orleans. You know what I mean? Like they always do it year in and year out. They always find a defensive-minded guy outside of Sean Payton, of course. But in recent memory, Dennis Allen, I think that they will probably stick to that, and they'll probably go Aaron Glenn and pay him a massive amount of money.
Jim Moore was a defensive guy.
Yeah, there you go. So, but look, once they went offense, they ended up winning the Super Bowl with Sean Payton. But they did have a Drew Brees in the fold as well. So, salute to Zon, my dog, gifting 5 OLV Raiders Network membership. Zon, I appreciate you so much, brother. That means a lot, man. Thank you. Salute to all the new Green Dot gang in the building. Salute to all the Mob Fathers in the building as well, man. Triple OG hug, God dependent brand. All the people can't get right. Appreciate you guys, man, for holding down the chat today. Still got 3,100 people rocking with us as always. That's sleet in Dallas, Arlington, not snow. So Alpha, you must be from somewhere where it really snows. But I'm gonna tell you right now, it's snowing like shit right now in my house.
Yeah,
like,
and that ain't, look, man. You guys understand something. When you're from a certain area where they're used to getting snow and salt, they have that plan baked in. They have that in their town budget. They have, dump trucks and it's all kind of laid out because they know it's an inevitability. But in a place like Dallas, they don't think that it's going to snow the way it is down there.
No. So and I'm gonna tell you right now,
I hate when people try to make fun of it. Like when they had that snow in Atlanta unexpectedly a few years ago, and people were stuck on the highway, and everyone's like, "Oh, they're idiots." It's like, bro, they don't have any salt in the South. What do they need it for?
Yeah, and look, man, I'll tell you right now, as someone like me, my tires are balder than me, dog. I'm not going to the store.
And that's bald as mo.
Yeah, that's bald as shit. We might starve in this bitch. You know what I'm saying? But we here. Darth Brady just executed Order 66. Welcome to the dark side.
Darth Brady. Listen. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I know one thing, right? If Tom Brady, and this is what I was saying yesterday on my live, right? A lot of people say, why are we giving Brady? Because he automatically gives you credibility until he doesn't. Now, what they just did today is going to go a long way for the populace of Raider Nation, because if they don't knock this out of the park, then we're going to look at Brady as a jackwagon.
Yeah.
And we're going to blame him. And we don't even know if he was the one who pulled the trigger on this.
Yeah.
We don't know. We haven't even had any time to contextualize this. We haven't had any time to really put our feelers out there and see what actually happened so we can bring it to you guys. We just got on the air, and I'm going to be honest with you, man. This is a big move for the Raiders, man. This is huge.
Yes. This is, to be honest, you guys, I'm actually excited about where we are right now, because this is probably the most pivotal moment in Raider Nation history, at least for sure in Las Vegas. The Las Vegas Raiders. This is an exciting time with Tom Brady in the fold, being able to help us identify the GM and the head coach moving forward, because it's critical right now. No quarterback. We have a very, very young team. You know what I mean? Like there's a lot that's going into this situation. I'm excited, man. And cut the check. Let me say this real quick. Love California, right? And the house situation that we had available is not ready. Wasn't prepared for us to go out there in May. Me and my wife are looking right now at more homes in Texas. So, stay tuned. That's all I'm gonna say. Cut the check. Stay tuned. You never know. But sometimes, Wasted knows me. I jump the gun. I jump the gun a lot. You know what I'm saying? A lot. I get excited and I just
it's water wet.
But me going home and kind of seeing things for what it was, and seeing that the crib wasn't ready yet and all that, just stay tuned. So the rule, no matter who bites the dust in his can, the one and only Deuce Gruden stands grounded. Deuce probably next in kin behind Mark Davis. Salute the Rube, man. You know what he would have did with George Halani, Rube? Oh my God, Deuce Gruden and George Halani, that would have worked wonders, bro.
Famously.
Thoughts on Aaron Glenn declining Pat's request to interview him?
Because he probably doesn't want to coach there. He probably doesn't want to live there. Look, I'm gonna be honest with you.
Hey, no, you know what? He probably wants to get a couple white candidates out the way so it ain't a fucking Rooney Rule.
That could be a possibility, but also Boston is a tough place to live. The media is really weird up there. I can tell you from personal experience, me being in Boston is not my favorite place. It's a lot going on out there. That's all I'll say.
Yeah. Salute to Jorge. Glenn just declined an interview with the Patriots and accepted Raiders interview. Smoke is building. There you go, bro. There you go. Facts. Facts plus tax, man. Jorge, that's crazy though. Just in, you guys. Aaron Glenn declined the Patriots interview for the head coaching spot. I think that he already pretty much has a franchise in mind as well.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Once again,
and he has an inclination of who they want out there. Everyone knows what's going on.
Yeah. Al, hope springs eternal after today's move. Davis now relying on Brady and his connections and less on Herrick, Ornstein, and the old guard. Glad you are feeling better wasted. Salute to my guy. Q19 on the $10 special. I want let's do this, and I want you guys to help us in the chat real quick. Top five options. And we're going to go in order here, okay? I'm going to start with mine, and I want Wasted's opinion on this. I'm going to go Ben Johnson, number 1, okay? Number 2, I'm going to go Pete Carroll. 3, I'm going to go Monken. 4, I'd go Vrabel. 5, I want to stick to offense here, though. And I know Vrabel's a defensive-minded guy, but you know what? I'd probably go Cohen right there at 5.
Yeah. I mean, bro, our lists pretty much mirror each other. I was going to say Nas, Jay-Z, Scarface, Tupac, and Biggie. You know? Ooh.
That was the most East Coast E40. Ooh.
It was like, ooh. Nah, but hey, listen. That's why I hate when we do lists, because it relegates me to have to go the road less traveled, because we're going to say the same damn thing. It always happens all the time anyway. Yeah, that's why I don't like doing mock drafts with you.
Right? Yeah, facts.
Yeah, I have to do something different. So it's like,
run back the show 2 days ago. We talked about that AP situation, and mind you, it wasn't AP and Devontae drama. It was AP just fed up with the way that Devontae was carrying himself in that building. It wasn't
in the way he was communicating with certain people in that building,
talking like he was the man and complaining about this and that. And, AP essentially wanting to put pause on him. You know what I'm saying? So
AP wanted he definitely wanted to do the skinny shit. He wanted to do he wanted to go full Simon, full Suge Knight on him, But look.
But what did Kendrick say? Boom, bap, boom, bap, boom, bap, bam.
Yeah. Boom, bap, bam. Yeah, all of that. But it's crazy though, man, right? The thing about all of the stuff that we went through the last year, I just feel like times are darkest before the dawn. This was a dark time, bro. Yeah. But I believe the one thing the Raiders have never, ever had since Al died was a damn clean slate.
Yeah.
The only time they kind of had it was with the Dennis Allen situation, and they didn't have it then because Hugh Jackson effed things up so bad.
I disagree with you. I think the cleanest break was Del Rio and Reggie McKenzie.
Yeah, but that's not. But still, look. What I'm saying is, what you had was you had.
Oh, you did mention Dennis Allen though, so that's kind of.
So Dennis Allen, right? So you had Dennis Allen, and you had a situation where you had to wear the follies of what happened with freaking whatchamacallit, with Hugh Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
I know it was a year, I think, under Del Rio where we didn't have as much cap space as we needed because of some of the bad deals from the past.
Yeah.
So
and Reggie was trying to work magic, and
he was right. So this is to
2017 year. That was the year after we went 12-4, I believe.
Yeah. So look, I am going to be 100% real with you. This is the cleanest slate we've had.
Yeah.
The cleanest slate we've had, man. And even the Del Rio years and catching lightning in the bottle with a second round pick at quarterback and having a generational talent in a Khalil Mack. This is the cleanest slate we've had. We have more young building blocks here. We have some cheap players on first year contracts and deals. We have a full myriad of our picks, and we have a shitload of cap money.
And we have some foundational pieces in Brock on the offensive side of the ball, Max on the defensive side of the ball under contract. You know what I mean? With several other young, talented pieces that could potentially turn this thing around pretty quick. So the Ten Commandments, is Brady the new Elway? Look, I'm not going to jump the gun here. I'm going to say this. Only time will tell, 10 Commandments, but we hope that he can turn this franchise around the way John Elway did help the Denver Broncos go out there and win a ring, right? So,
Yeah.
win several as a player and one as, a general manager. TB will cost us draft picks at some point. Jay Hill, I don't think so.
If he doesn't get out of the booth, he might.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right.
If you don't get out of the booth, bro, listen, you can't serve two masters. You can't do both of those jobs, bro. I don't care. Like, if he's a non-committal kind of a guy that's not really involved, that's different. If he was a guy like Alex Rodriguez, right, who had some ownership in an infinitesimal amount of ownership in the Miami Dolphins, and he's doing baseball, that's different. But this is Tom Brady, bro. Yeah. And he is in our building every day, and Mark Davis is leaning on him.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Real quick, let me say this, Shady Business. I'm still sticking to we never said he was a great general manager. We said that he was a serviceable general manager. We finally had a real general manager. The thing is this, he went out and got us Brock Bowers. I don't have to go over that draft again. I don't have to go over how much money he freed up. I don't have to go over bringing in Wilkins, making a splash. Everything that he did helped this team in the building outside of bringing in Gardner Mitchell, which should have been a backup quarterback situation.
Yeah, that's
you don't want to beat him up because he couldn't trade up with the Commanders.
Yeah, bro, and let me say something to you, Shady Business. Yo, no one said he was a great GM. We said he was an actual GM because we haven't had one of those in a long time. Shady Business. How about you do this? You go, you turn around, go in your bathroom, and clean your goddamn ears out, and go get hooked on phonics and learn how to read. Because, goddamn it, no one ever said that. Your opinion is shady business. Get your F up out of here with your nonsense. I'm feeling better today, damn it.
Yo,
F up out of here.
It's like, bro, we finally had a real, essentially, when we brought in Gruden, you guys, we brought in Mel Kiper as a general manager. Like, real talk.
Yeah,
we brought in Mel
Jimmy
Kiper.
Clausen. If you don't take Jimmy Clausen,
I'll quit my job and I'll quit my job forever. I'll leave the business.
Jimmy Clausen.
Bro, if anything, Tom Telesco left this organization in great standing. Left us with a shit ton of money, a full draft class with additional draft class, potentially with Litton, Bilal Nichols, and a Meek Walk. We probably have some comp picks on the way, right? This guy has left us in great standing. I'm not here to shit on him. Like, bro,
people talk about, he didn't use the cap space and all this nonsense. What the F do you guys expect this guy to do? You think this is Madden? A lot of y'all be playing Madden.
No, but wait, this is the thing. The man understood that we had a shit ton of our own guys to take care of this offseason. We have a lot of free agents. Why not hold on to that money tight until you can figure out who you want to bring back? There's a reason why he didn't go spend a shit ton of – look, he's seen the way this thing went in year one. He said, whoa, let me hold on to this money at the trade deadline. We're not going to make any moves. We're going to hold on to this in free agency. We'll figure it out. And we got some guys to take care of. Max is going to want to get paid. Yo, if there are 27 free agents, if you want to keep Max, at this point, you got to go out there and pay him. He's still only, 27, 28 years old? Like, what did Tom Telesco do wrong in your guys' eyes outside of bringing a backup quarterback? A backup quarterback that was proven to be very, very cheap compared to all the other options in free agency.
Because guess what? Maybe Tom Telesco looked at this being the year he asserted himself. Maybe Tom Telesco looked at it, is this the year he was going to be aggressive? But guess what? No matter what Tom Telesco thought, no matter what he had in mind, Mark Davis had something else in mind. And he told him to get the F up out of here.
And devastated. This is the thing, right? Everybody keeps mentioning Amik Robertson. Was he a starter on that Detroit defense at the beginning of the season?
No, bro. Please stop with this bullshit. Please. The guy had a good game against a guy he's played against his whole life.
Yes.
Yo, they grew up together.
Yeah.
High school. This is like Roy Jones and Antonio Tarver. That's what this is, bro. Amik always did that with the Raiders.
We like Amik.
He would look like Deion Sanders, right? And then he'd disappear for 5 weeks. Stop doing this Raider nostalgia bullshit. Y'all act like Amik Robertson went out there and became Darryl Stingley Jr. or something.
Bro, we just watched that Detroit team have to sign Jamal Adams because everybody was hurt. Like, Salute to Meek. He did his thing. We love a Meek. Homegrown talent, once a Raider, always a Raider. But come on, dog. Like, are we gonna hold that over Tom Telesco's head by not bringing in a Meek Robertson?
Get the F up out of here, man. Listen, you guys will sit up here and name every person who's ever suited up for the Raiders that we need to bring back. Why don't y'all come and tell me about somebody from another team that's going to be a free agent?
But not just that way. You got Nate Hobbs in the building. He's your starting nickel. Like, you're going to bring back a Meek to be a rotational guy? He was forced out there to be a starter for Detroit. He played well against the Minnesota Vikings. Stop being a prisoner of the moment, you guys. Stop being
annoying as hell, bro. Because, I can name like 4 or 5 games that Jack Jones had, right? Because Jack Jones was essentially, he's low-key his replacement, right?
Yeah.
So I can name 5 games that Jack Jones had that dwarfed the game that Meek had.
Yeah. Come on,
Get the F up out of here, bro. He played good for us when he played good for us, and now he does the same thing for Detroit. And I got to say this. On national TV, and you're being a prisoner of the moment, and shame on you.
And no knock to a Meek Robertson, and no knock to a Meek. This is no knock to him at all. That Minnesota offensive line folded against that Detroit Lions team. Sam Darnold was running for his life. These guys were not allowing Sam Darnold any time to throw the football. Meek went out there and did what he's supposed to do. He did his job. But come on, man. Let's stop jumping.
Stop falling in love with Middy McMiddle-lots. All of you.
Salute to Savage. Let's hope for the Ben Johnson era. I'm hyped. Raiders. Salute to Sav, my guy. Salute to the Raider as well for the $5 holla. Gru ain't happening. Remember, Gru chose DC over Brady, and dude was still pissed off about the shop. You're sticking with that motherfucker? Y'all can chill. Facts.
Yeah, I mean, if Tom Terrific's here, he's going to say, hey, we're not bringing in that mother effer.
Yeah.
That's what's probably going to happen.
Ross, we're not saying that we don't like – look, we do miss, a Meek Robertson in that building. That was our pit bull. We loved him in the building, but –
Tiny Loke, man.
Yeah, come on, y'all. Y'all got to relax.
Yeah, we like a Meek, but you guys act like a Meek is like Rod Woodson or something, or Charles Woodson. What y'all talking about?
Meek would have saved this year for sure.
Oh, yeah, man. Listen, we'd be in the Super Bowl. We had a Meek and Josh Jacobs and Carr. We'd have been in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
The F up out of here with y'all crap.
Fuck the Chiefs. There's only one room for one Tom in the building. Talk.
It was like Highlander. There can only be one.
Good to see our brother Andy in the building. You already know how he feels about a Meek. Oh, and you know what? You know what's funny? I got a scoop real quick, man. I got a scoop. So everybody knows I have, a brother that's very close to Jack Jones that hangs out with him in Vegas at the studio and all that. He came to the studio yesterday. I didn't even tell you this, Wasted. Talked to him. I talked to him yesterday. He called me about his nephews, and we had a quick conversation. He said, guess who came to the studio today? So he said, Jack. I said, oh, okay. He said, he was pissed off about AP. He was, which rightfully so, right? That's his guy. He's been with him since pretty much high school, right? Yeah. But Jack Jones is not, because I've seen a lot of people comment in the comment section, Jack's not quitting on the Raiders because AP's not there anymore. Jack had a down season this year, and he has a lot to, he still has, 2 years left on his rookie deal, I believe?
Yes, sir.
So he's still under contract. He's still going to return. He loves Las Vegas. He loves the Raiders. People don't realize that Jack Jones was a Raider fan growing up regardless, growing up out there in Long Beach. So a lot of people were hitting me, oh, we're losing Jack Jones too because of the AP. Well, mind you, if we lose Jack Jones because of AP, Jack can walk. I mean that, like, bye-bye. But that doesn't mean that. Jack already said, yeah, I'm pissed. I'm losing my guy because he's a father figure to Jack Jones. He's a father figure to him. But Jack's not quitting on the Raiders. He was a Raider before he even knew who AP was. So for those who are hitting us up saying, oh, because I've gotten a million messages about Jack Jones leaving. Come on, y'all. Jack is a Raider through and through before he even knew who the hell AP was. Okay, so, but if you want to walk because AP's gone, be my guest. Be my guest. But I can tell you guys firsthand, and I can FaceTime my brother right now, and he'll tell you himself, that's not happening. It's not happening. So, once again, salute to Jack, and we'll see him again this year. And if he doesn't make the team or he's gone, then hey, I think it's because of the new regime that's coming in that doesn't see that he fits with this organization. But Jack is still bought into what the Raiders are trying to do. But yes, he is pissed, like people would be, knowing that that's demands. If I'm at a job with Wasted and I get fired, you don't think that Wasted is going to feel some type of way? He will, but guess what? He's going to still continue to do his job and take care of his family.
And I expect you to do the same, right?
Exactly. So
that's what you got to do.
Yeah. So, I mean, come on, man. We got to stop on this whole we're losing Jack and we're going to lose this guy and lose that guy. Whatever, man. Whatever, man.
F up out of here with your crap.
Yeah, man. Salute to the 3,200 people still rocking here in the building.
Yo, there's still 3,200 people in here?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Did y'all know that we were on the beginning of Deion Sanders' documentary show? Did y'all know that? I just wanted y'all to know.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Get a few more questions in here, you guys, before we get out of here. Once again, this is my take on this situation. We moved on from Tom Telesco. Was it a surprise a day after they said that he was sticking around? Yeah, it was kind of a shocker, right? Because all the big media guys came out and said Tom Telesco's job is safe. Once again, if you're going to have a clean slate, you have to have a clean slate. You cannot break down the house, but keep the foundation and build a house on top of the old foundation. This makes all the sense in the world to move on from Tom Telesco. Do I feel like if Tom stuck around, I'd be here for it? Definitely. I'm here for it. But if you're going to burn this bitch down, burn this bitch to the ground. It makes no sense to keep Tom Telesco in the building if Tom Brady's going to have more power moving forward and essentially bringing in a new head coach that wants to have ties with the new general manager potential.
Look, the thing is this is what I asked for last night. Mark, be ruthless.
Yeah, you did.
Be ruthless, and he delivered again. Mark Davis, salute. The only thing I need to see is tomorrow have a press conference with a projector.
Yep.
That's it. Just like the old man.
The good old Al and the GOAT. Salute to Cut the Check. We ain't bringing no ex-players back like Wasted said. Destroy and rebuild. And if Max wants to play games, even though I don't think he will, and as much as I love him, shit. Bye.
That's just right. So straight Mayor Clay Davis. Shit.
And I agree with you, man. I agree with you because if any time would be the time to cut ties with Max, and this is not us saying that we should at all. The thing is this. He's coming off of an injury. He's going to want some new bread on top of this new deal because of all the makeshift, the shit he's been dealing with, right? This is the time to strike while the iron is hot if you do decide I'm moving on. And if Max tells these guys behind the scene, I don't want to be here, then move on. It is what it is. But do we want to keep Max? Hell yeah. That's one of our selling points on this team. You got a Max Crosby on the defensive side of the ball. But, hey, man, coming off of a devastating, injury where he was placed on the IR and fighting through that high ankle sprain and that knee injury last year, we're starting to see that Max is not a fucking – he's not a
machine. He sees his football mortality as well. And Max Crosby has a lot of decisions to make. I think Max Crosby, that situation is fluid. Mm-hmm. It's fluid, and I think Raider Nation needs to prepare themselves for the fact that he might sit back and say, hey, man, I don't know if I'm willing to sign up for this. That's why the next few days and whatever decision the Raiders make is so crucial. It's so crucial because when you have a polarizing figure like that in a building, that is something that you have to take into account, right? And now you have a polarizing figure that is ninth paid at his position, and he's probably the third or fourth best player at his position.
Yeah.
So at that point, now it's like, well, he's not going to take a hometown discount. He's going to be a malcontent. He doesn't like the decision we made, and we're burning this thing down to the ground. So look, man, no foundation. We burned it to the dirt.
Yeah.
Take him. And I can see it. I can see it. I just want whatever happened. I wanted to garner positive gains for us to become a perennial winner. And I don't mean to sound disloyal, but I'm not attached to not one player. If you tell me that you had to trade him for us to get to a Super Bowl in the next 2 years, sign me up for it.
Hey, 24, my apologies, brother. The chat is flying. Put your comment in the comment section. We definitely value over here, 24. Put it in the comment. I'll find it. I promise you, the supers and everything is flying. We got over 3,000 people.
24, can you do something for me?
It's very difficult to locate everything right now. Salute the chance. Fellow Raider fans love to live in the prisoner of the moment and nostalgia phase. I've never seen so many people want Gruden back. F that. We need a new dude who's a game changer. God forbid some fans want more than just crap. Chance, bro. I couldn't have said it any better, man. Appreciate you, brother, on a $10 or $20 special, man. My dog. Salute to Niles gifting 10 wasted talent membership, sis. Thank you.
Thank you so much for keeping the lights on.
Thank you so much, sis. We appreciate you. Salute to all the new Get Off My Lawn gang. because of our sister Niles. Salute to cut the check. That part. But mind you guys, I promise you, I swear to God, if they bring Gruden back, you'll never hear the end of it from me and Wasted. You'll never hear the end of it.
No, I'll be calling about getting him out of here every day of the week.
You'll never hear the end of it. If Gruden ends up coming back, bro, we will flame him all off season, all year long. I'm flaming everything. I promise you, dog. Look, hey, burn this bitch to the ground even more than what we've done to this point.
That's right. Rorschach says, Sir Wasted is back, bitches. Thank you. Little gold dust for you there.
Salute the 2-4. I'm still waiting on it, brother. Put your comment in the comment section. We got you.
No, that's what I just read. Read a Rorschach 24.
Oh, what he say?
He says, Sir Wasted is back, bitches.
Okay, there we go.
Appreciate it.
Salute the 2-4, my dog. Man, come on, Hug. Appreciate you, brother. Salute to my guy gifting 10 OLV Raiders Network memberships. And while you're here, Hug, salute to our guy, man. He has a very, very prominent printer business, you guys. If you guys want to get anything printed, go through one of our own, support our guy, put the link in the chat, Hug, and let everybody know where to follow and where to support the business, man, because we definitely want to shed some light on your business, man. I know you guys are coming off a big year, and we just want to make it even bigger. Pause if necessary. So salute to Hug and his beautiful wife out there putting on for the nation and putting on for his company, man. Salute, salute, salute.
Yeah, and Hug D's is finally going to be the distributor of the great and powerful Wasted Talent merch. No drop shipping. It is going to be all Hug. We are going to make a partnership. Me and the great Hug D's.
Yep. Well, and let me say this, 10 Commandments. I don't know if you've seen the Princess of Darkness, which we're going to have on this off season as well. You guys
yes.
do not know.
We tapped in.
She will be on the show. The Princess of Darkness will be on the show this off season. Also, Jalen Richard just hit me up. He'll be on this weekend. If anything, latest this weekend. And we have a few other people coming on as well. But I'll say this. She just came out and stated that Richard Seymour definitely behind the scenes has some say moving forward as well. I think that this is the Tom Brady show, but I do believe that Richard Seymour will be a little bit hands-on with this situation, even though I do believe that Tom Brady is going to be the guy.
Yeah, Richard Seymour got 1%, Tom got 10, but Richard Seymour's a big dude. Richard Seymour gonna be like, you gonna eat your cornbread?
Salute to our guy, Hall of Famer, friend of the show, man. You already know, man. Salute to Richard Seymour. Definitely out there doing his thing, but he'll have some say. He'll be sitting in on those interviews with Ben Johnson and whoever the next GM will be. Definitely. Sweet baby Jesus, all my dreams are coming true. Some salute to pessimistic Frank going against his name.
Optimistic Frank. Shout out to Optimistic Frank,
Optimistic everybody. Frank, if you do not change your name to Optimistic Frank, we are no longer reading anything that you put in the chat. Pessimistic Frank, change the name. The energy has shifted, brother.
Yo, I'm going to tell you, every time the great and powerful Optimistic Frank comes into the chat, that's exactly what's going to happen. Every time.
Salute to our guy, man, in the building. Once again, you guys get a few more questions in. We're coming up on 2 hours, and we still have over 3,000 people in the building. What's going on with Champ Kelly? I think he's just kind of waiting for his walking papers at this point, brother. To be real with you.
I think Champ Kelly is trying to be the donut guy, that guy that doesn't do anything at work, that brings in donuts and everybody loves him. Yeah. Hey, donut guy. I think he's like hiding behind a lamp with a lampshade on his head. Like, hey.
He's probably running around doing everything that nobody else wants to do.
Yeah.
Here, you get just trying to stick around as much as he can, because I don't see Champ getting any job in this cycle.
Nah, man. I see Champ up there being a guy that's volunteering to get on the grill. Hey, yeah. Want to eat? Yeah. That's a fire. Charlie, go get me the wood. Yeah. Give me the gasoline, Eddie.
You guys got a great podcast. Different angles being spoken. Salute to my guy, FB. Appreciate you, brother. Salute to 2-4. Can't wait for your Raider Legend lives. The work you brothers do is effing amazing. Thank you for what you guys do. Appreciate you, my brother. Thank you so much, 2-4. Salute to Optimistic Frank.
Optimistic Frank, the great. Hold on.
Look here, baby. Raiders. Salute to Ron Justice. Keep the ball rolling. Salute to one of the other GOATs. It feels like I haven't seen Justice in the building.
I know, man. There's no justice being served around here, guys. Look, I wanted to talk about, something that I heard about, some of these draftable players, right? And I'm hearing that, at number 6, Abdul Carter
Mhm.
is people think are going to fall to the Raiders, right? And you know
Uh-huh.
how much I love Abdul Carter, man.
Yes, me too.
What do you like? Lyman's available, Abdul Carter's available. Who you taking? Because I'm taking Abdul.
Me too. I think Abdul Carter's gonna be better than any lineman that's there available. Look, bro, this is a guy that essentially was a stand-up linebacker, right? And they converted him to more of an edge rusher this past season. I think he had like 11 sacks over.
Yeah, I mean, bro, now, Graphk, before the season even started, I was talking about Abdul Carter.
Yeah.
I've been talking about because I watch a lot of Penn State because they're in the area,
Yeah.
And Abdul Carter just flashes, man.
And the Penn State 11 is easy to say the Micah Parsons thing, but I'm gonna be real. Like, I see the raw. He's a raw version of Micah Parsons. I think he was more polished coming out of Penn State, Micah. But I think that Abdul Carter could be phenomenal, bro. Especially
Micah was more of a linebacker at Penn State.
Yeah. And then Dallas used him in both ways.
This guy is an edge coming out with the weight. Micah kind of has had to beef up a little bit in the National Football League.
Yeah.
Pause.
But he's still a raw talent, which Rob Leonard, that's another reason why I would love for him to stick around, because he could be a guy that can help develop him. The thing is, I would love to bring back Malcolm Kuntz, but nothing is guaranteed here, you guys, in free agency. Once again, another team can come out of the woodworks and overpay him. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, but I would love him. And then there's another guy, I've talked about with Will Johnson, Michigan guy, that a lot of people want him to come in because they see the Charles Woodson, connection corner, and it worked out for us the last time, and so on and so forth. Look, man, I'm not that high. I'm high on Will Johnson, but I'm not high on taking the corner that early.
Yeah, no, that I don't think that's a position that's as much of a need. It's not as pressing. Like I would liken that to the Stanford route Fabian Washington year.
Yeah,
And so we like to go back and we skip over. We go all the way back to Charles Woodson in 1998.
Yeah,
right. And we skip over all the land of misfit toys that we've drafted at corner.
Mm-hmm. But the last time we drafted at 6, we took a guy named Timmy Brown out of Notre Dame.
Yes.
Born and raised in Dallas, Texas. I think the last time we checked it, you guys, we did pretty good at the number 6 spot, taking good old Mr. Raider, Timmy Brown.
Mr. Raider himself.
Yeah,
who Al Davis was going to say he was going to be the greatest third down receiver of all time, which is insane. But
yeah, exactly. But you know what? The funny thing is this. We don't know what direction we're going in right now because we don't even know who the general manager is. You know what's like? We were doing all these mock drafts assuming that Tom Telesco was going to be there. I see Nigerian talking about Mason Graham, the defensive tackle out of Michigan, which is definitely going to be probably a guy that'll be available there. But we don't know what direction we're going. What direction? We don't even know who the hell the general manager is going to be.
No, we don't. We have no idea. The only thing we know,
I think it's going to be a quarterback. Now. With Tom Brady in the mix, if I'm a betting man, and I got to put my life on the line here, I'm assuming it's either 6 at quarterback or we move up to get our quarterback.
I'm pissed off that I couldn't do the segue that we would normally do. That'd have been awesome. They just ruined it,
Yeah.
But no, man, if I'm a betting man, I'm definitely riding with you on that because of the simple fact that, we understand the severity of the situation. And so do the Raiders. The Raiders know what time it is. Mark Davis knows what time it is. And everybody knows the only way you're going to compete is quarterback, head coach combination. And it needs to drastically improve for us to get where we need to be.
Yeah. Now, I don't know. Once again, you guys, we know the connection with the Dion family, the Sanders family, Tom being there to help develop him and so on and so forth. But the thing is this, we don't know if they're truly sold because Tom Brady wants to make a statement this year. This is his first year, really truly being involved in this team, becoming a minority stake owner. He wants to make a move. So it's going to be interesting. If we don't move up to get Shador or one of these guys, he's not sold on him. I'm got to be real here. I don't think if Tom Brady wants Shador Sanders, Tom Brady's going to get Shador Sanders.
Yeah, but the thing is, bro, like the other teams ahead of him got to want to play ball, right? You think Tom Brady just walks in and be like, hey, guys, listen, I'm Tom Brady. So let's get that second pick.
Yes, he's going to let his nuts hang.
They're going to be like, okay, Tom.
No, you know why? Because Brady has Dion's ear. I want Shador. So do what you said you were going to do. Oh, no, dog. Hey, you ain't going there, dog. You ain't going there, dog. 8 toes down. You ain't going there, dog.
Holy stupid. You think Dion would do that?
He ain't with that bull jump. We ain't with that bull
You
jump,
think
dog.
he would do that, man? You really think he would do that?
Hey, Nashville, hey, keep your hands off Shador, big dog. You know, the Giants, no.
Hey, man, ain't no Sanders playing in no Nashville, Tennessee, man. Come on, man. Come on, dog. That's Shador Sanders, man. His name ain't Shador Franklin. Let me tell you something, man. Hey, man, let me tell you something. I put all 6 of my toes on this, man. I'm telling you right now, man. Listen, you need to drop that chalupa and trade my son, man. Just trade him, man. We ain't coming there, man. Come on, dog. Yeah, y'all better off going and go get that Milrow boy or something. Man. We ain't never coming in there, boy.
Bruh. Oh, shit.
Yeah, that's right. I lost 2 toes talking to you, motherfucker.
Yo, next time, bro, you say some shit like that, make sure I'm not drinking my fucking coffee. Oh, fuck.
I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry, bro.
Motherfucker lost 2 toes.
Yeah,
Holy shit. Oh, man. Whew. Bro, I almost died, bro.
Yo, man, my bad, bro. I gotta stop playing around like that.
My God.
Like if the sugar is not running rampant in my family.
Oh, fuck. Fuck. So salute to Raider Profit. Trade back to number 6 with Minnesota for J.J. McCarthy. Take best available defensive end with Minnesota first round pick. Take that shit because I'm still over here dying, bro.
Yo, trade back to number 6 with Minnesota for J.J. McCarthy. Take the best player available DN with Minnesota's first round pick. Listen, the Minnesota Vikings are not giving up on J.J. McCarthy just because Sam Darnold had a good year. They can do everything up to franchising Sam and letting J.J. sit, but they didn't draft J.J. McCarthy to ship him off. They believe he's the future.
Yeah,
so that doesn't make any sense. That whole J.J. McCarthy narrative is bull junk.
Holy shit! I hate you, bro.
I'm sorry. And you know what's messed up too, man? Shout out to Prime, man. It's not funny that what he going through. It's not at all. It's just funny to do the imitation. But you know, he's one of the greats of all time. It's sad that you know, the 1% of the 1%, and that's God's will, right? You know what I mean? Like for him to lose, you know, it's really not funny, bro. I shouldn't even play like that because so many people in my family have lost like limbs and shit like that. Diabetes on my father's side of the family is crazy.
Shit, bro.
So I shouldn't even play around like that. But
Lar is the best quarterback potentially coming out. Ben said it. Hey, Lar's that guy, man. You know, Wasted really put me up on game with him early. And I was like, you know what, man? You know me, I've been on the Shador train. You know what I mean? And Waste was like, yo, Drew Lar's that guy, bro. He was sending me tape and highlight reels and check him out. I'm gonna tell y'all right now, if he declares and he becomes a Raider, this is the new thick frame Neil Farrell.
Yes. Yo, shout out to thick frame Farrell. Where's he at now? He work at Walmart now.
Kansas City, man. He won a championship.
Yeah, he work at Walmart.
Well, Denver's essentially Walmart. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
He works for the ketchup company.
Yeah.
No,
the ketchup company is the Steelers.
Oh shit! What's the
Heinz family? The Hunts, Lamar Hunt, and the oil tycoons.
There you go. That doggone Hunt now.
Yeah, you go.
One of them shits, you know.
One of them.
Yeah, one of them, man. What you got to say on the way out, man? Hitting you know, we're over 3,000 still strong in the building, you guys.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, bro, what I'm saying is, look, this is the first time that the unknown is making me a little happy.
Yeah.
It's making me happy, bro. And you know, because I know that Mark is not the guy making all of these decisions on his own. I know that, right? And if he's compelling guys that have won a whole lot to make these decisions, then I need to see how that happens, right? I need to see, right? I want to see how it happens. Because look, man, at the end of the day, bro, we've been waiting a long time for a winner. We've put our trust in people from the past. We put our trust in people who don't deserve the job. Why don't we put our trust in some people who've actually been around nothing but excellence?
Yeah.
The commitment's back, baby.
Facts, man. I'm excited. You know what, guys? You know, it feels like the ship has crashed, but in all honesty, this was probably the best move for the Raiders moving forward. The Tom Brady era has begun. I know a lot of people in the nation hate to hear that because of our hatred for him and his time. You know, in New England, let me say this. as a Kings fan, a lifelong Kings fan, right? I grew up hating Kobe Bryant because he whooped our ass year in and year out. Okay. But would I have traded for Kobe Bryant if I could have had him? Like, what if I could have had him on my team? Would I want to hit him on my team? Definitely.
It's the same way I feel about Michael Jordan.
There you go. As a Knicks fan,
Michael Jordan could have come to the Garden and played with Pat. Oh my God.
Yeah. But once again, for those who do not want to experience this Tom Brady era and the Tom Brady effect and say that you're not a real Raider fan and so on and so forth, hey, man, more power to you. I'm saying this. I am sold. I am bought in completely to what Tom Brady is doing. And to see that he has all the power that they said he would have when it was reported, I'm excited about it. Because once again, it's an unknown here. There's a big unknown here.
Unknown. It's a good unknown, ain't it? It's a good unknown. You know what it's like? It's like a Saturday night. You come in circa the late 90s, early 2000s. You ain't got nothing going on. And you jump on the party line. And it's popping.
Popping. Say hello. Say hello.
It's popping. Like popping. And yo, the girls are from your area.
Hey, Wasted, you want to know how bought in I was to that? 916-282-64444.
Oh, you got to stop it. You got to chill.
916.
You got to chill.
282-64444.
Bro, the party line, bro. Because I was at the beginning of the party line era and you were at the end. Right? But I was at the beginning. So the original party line, it was like, wow, what is this? Man.
Oh, it hung up. Oh, it's gone.
Oh, of course it's gone, man.
It's gone.
It's gone, man. It's gone. Nasty. But look, that's how it feels, bro. That's how it feels, bro. This is how it feels, that fear of the unknown.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not the fear, but the good unknown.
Yeah. Facts. Moving forward, you guys, the Tom Brady era is here. It's in full effect. And we're going to see how it works out tomorrow with Ben Johnson coming in for a Zoom meeting. We still got Aaron Glenn in the mix. We do have Spags. We're trying to interview him, the defensive coordinator for the Kansas City Chiefs. It's going to be a lot of interesting names. You know, Cohen will probably get an interview at some point, the offensive coordinator for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Yeah. You're probably going to hear Pete Carroll's name a lot here in the near future, you know, because has a proven track record. He's won every step of the way. So stay tuned, you guys, for what is in store next. 24, we will definitely be live tomorrow. We're going to be live a lot now because, you know, we have the draft on the way. We have the combine on the way. We have the general manager and vacancy, the head coaching vacancy. There's a lot to be excited for moving forward. And yes, Michael, it looks like we reached out to Robert Salah as well to see what that would look like in terms of, I don't know if you've seen that.
Yeah, I saw that.
For a head coaching position, which I would love to bring him in as a DC. But I think that this is the filler process, you guys. This is the filler process. You know what I mean? So stay tuned for that. On the way out, Alone in the Zone, it ended with Brady, the Tuck game. Now starting with Brady, full circle. I think that's the best way that we could end
the show, man. Let's not get too prophetic, though. Let's let it happen.
Yeah, let's let it happen. But I'm excited moving forward. Once again, you guys, thank you so much for pulling up and supporting what we do over here. Oh, real quick on the way out, I want to say this one more time. Shameless plug. Go check out that Deion Sanders documentary on Prime Video. Specifically, go to season 3, skip all the other stuff, go to episode 5 at the 14-minute mark, and you can go check out Shieldmore live in the flesh.
Yes, the dynamic duo ourselves.
Yes. So
Graphk and Wasted, damn it.
Other than that, we love every single one of you guys. Appreciate every single one of you guys. On the way out, wipe them feet, hit them thumbs up, pay your bar tax. Hey, and everybody leave here and go to Wasted's channel right now. Wasted Talent, Raider Nation Unlimited on YouTube, and go hit that subscribe. Let's get to 13,000 today. 13,000 today. Jump over there, whoever's watching on my channel, Raider Nation Unlimited, Wasted Talent on YouTube. Jump over and make sure to hit that subscribe. We should get to 13K. There's no reason why.
You know what? I think the reason why I haven't gotten there is because I blocked probably 1,200 people.
Well, I got about 4,500. So, you know, it is what it is. But make sure to go over there and support our brother. Love you guys. Appreciate you guys. We are out.